It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
If you're going to use these binoculars, you need to keep both eyes open. Get it? Because binoculars, it's in the name. Like sickle.
Bifocals.
There you go. All right, cool. We're back on eyes. What have we done?
Nope.
Why, hello, gentlemen. How are we doing this week?
We're doing apparently just fine.
Apparently. Mixed. All right. Well, all right. Well, Tivis, Mr. I Like Everything, is apparently not liking life to 100% right now.
I just don't know how I feel about Ron Perlman being Optimus Primal.
Oh, you're still on this shit, man? Come on.
Yes, I am.
Oh, is that what you two are blowing my phone up for no fucking reason yet again?
No, that was Power Rangers.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I can't tell anymore.
I am about to start Ninja Steel, so I'm excited for that.
I hate you both. So wait, Ron Perlman's going to be Optimus Prime?
Primal.
What the fuck is the difference?
He's the gorilla one from Beast Wars.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I would prefer, what is it, Peter Cullen?
Peter Cullen didn't voice him. This was Gary Chalk.
Gary Chalk?
Who also voiced Optimus Prime. Also voiced Optimus Prime a lot during the 2000s shows and was in Stargate. I'll point that out as well.
Did he do Transformers Prime or was that Peter?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because the only thing I remember, I think, is like Cliffhanger or whatever the fuck. He spoilers, dies in the first episode and he's like voiced by Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, you're talking about the Netflix show?
Yeah, Transformers Prime. It came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh no, this isn't the Netflix show that Rooster Teeth did. This is
that's fucking trash.
No, Peter Cullen did do Optimus in that one.
Okay. That one's good. I enjoyed Transformers Prime. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. The finale was kind of what happened, but I enjoyed a lot of that. It's good. Oh yeah, but old school Beast Wars and that like shitty like 3D Nintendo 64 Turok type animation is fire. I fucking love that show.
It was still better than the reboot stuff. You remember Reboot, the first 3D animated show?
Yeah.
They brought that back on Netflix and they ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh, big fucking surprise. Anything that comes back at this point is screwed. Apparently Masters of the Universe, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe just turned into the Tila show, I guess, from whatever.
No, don't believe that shit. And it's also not He-Man. It's just called it's Masters of the Universe Revelations.
You almost said MODOK.
Yeah,
I know. He totally did.
It's called Masters of the Universe Revelations. Even the original Motu show didn't have He-Man's name in it. And people are just going on about how they want the show to be woke. That's all they want.
It's going to be, though. It's
and
Kevin Smith now.
It's a stupid word anyways nowadays.
After Heart Attack Kevin Smith, dude. I'm sorry. It's going to be.
I just know one of the promo images has a penis on the wall.
What?
You guys haven't seen that? Dude, one of the promo images they released of like whatever the fuck the main character's name, He-Man, is on his
Are you serious? No,
tiger
no.
thing. No, I never watched the show, dude.
So you don't know who He-Man is?
No. But anyway, if you look on the wall behind him, it's clearly phallical.
It's phallical. As if that's not in everything at this point. Remember Disney?
I'm gonna see if I find it. Oh yeah, Little Mermaid.
Yeah. I never went back to check and see if that guy who was like marrying them actually had a boner, but it makes me laugh.
Oh, I think I forgot about that one too.
No, the one thing I found interesting, like it makes more sense with the new Motu coming out, is that Prince Adam actually looks
don't
like
do that.
Completely different.
That's want the image.
What?
Did you see that? He was just talking over you, man.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But no, Prince Adam actually looks completely different. So like when he does his transformation into He-Man, it's more of like a Hulk type transformation rather than he's just changing his clothes or ripping out of his clothes. I
would have preferred Sailor Moon.
I mean, everyone would prefer Sailor Moon.
Yeah. No, the animation and stuff looks dope. It's just I've seen some of the synopsis for the stories.
But where
it just
did
sounds
you
like
see
it's going to be
these
like
from?
Tila and Friends. Huh?
No. Where did you see those from? Because those rumors have been going on. And
Posts from Reddit and stuff for the last like
the
3
people
weeks.
creating the show have literally said, no, this is not what the fuck this is. Like everyone thinks it's a switch. It's a bait and switch.
Do you remember?
And it's not.
Do you remember when they said that about Game of Thrones season 8? Remember when they said that about Rise of Skywalker? Remember when they said that about Dark Fate? Remember when they said that? All the rumors and leaks have been 100% true every single time at this point.
We'll see. But when literally the writers are saying, yeah, we didn't write that, then I'm not.
Oh, you mean that they wouldn't lie to you?
Okay.
Like every other thing in the world fucking lies to you right now?
You guys don't see this.
You remember how Lori Lightfoot just said, like, there's no crime in Chicago right now?
Oh, that's from like the mid 2000s series, right?
No, this is the Netflix one.
That is?
Yeah. It looks dope as fuck.
It looks just like the...
I'm sorry, dude. That trailer was so awesome. Like...
They
use
wall.
and I know the song is like fucking overused, but I Need a Hero was awesome. Like
it's
it was
funny
so
too because
great.
like a week later, fucking Guardians of the Galaxy dropped a video game using the exact same song.
Of course they did. Well, it's because nobody's fucking interested. If you don't get a Queen song, you're gonna get I Need a Hero, or you're gonna get like a slow-mo version of like, I don't know, whatever Billie Eilish thing is popular now.
I have some hope in this show. I will watch it because I like the original 80s Motu show.
Stop calling it Motu.
That's literally what it's called.
I hate you.
It's a short term.
It's not called. You literally just used the word literally incorrectly. You go, it's literally called Motu. No, it's not. It's called Masters of the Universe.
Okay, John.
All right.
Okay, John.
You didn't even use it figuratively, which is now a part of the definition, unfortunately.
I literally used it figuratively
favorably. Fucking gonna kill myself. Why am I alive?
But no, I'm interested to see
the comment section.
See what they do with it. The guy who's in control of the entire show was a big fan of the original. Apparently he followed like all of the shows because they did like a 2000 show, I believe.
Who said that?
Of it. The guy who's in control of the show.
Who's in control?
I don't remember the dude's name. It's not Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is just a showrunner. I'm talking about the guy who literally got the show made, making the show. Yeah.
Because it was fun. It was really funny to see Kevin Smith running around saying like, yeah, I'm a huge fan of He-Man and like this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Well, any creator will say that whenever they're in charge of a
No, but I'm laughing my ass off because then people have been circulating the clip of him talking to Win and like his friends and stuff at the comic book guys.
The comic book men.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Comic book men. His little AMC show. He's like He-Man. He's like, oh, I never really gave a shit about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's fucking funny. Yeah, it just looks bad for PR. That's all.
It does. I thought the same thing. I was like, well, I've watched Comic Book Men. Like, there's a lot of like things that he's just like, but he might just be playing it up for that show. You never know where they're playing it up for. That's the thing.
That's the problem, Michael. We've talked about. We could go all the way back to like the first 2 weeks of this podcast.
Yeah.
And I keep telling you, it's fine if you change your mind. Don't say you've always been a fan of this thing. If you're like, I like this. Like, let me put it this way. You know, My Little Pony? Kind of like the first couple of seasons of the new one. I've never been a My Little Pony fan beforehand, and I assume it was fucking retarded. And like all the movies and stuff when they like turn into people and shit, fuck all that. I'm not Fucking around with that. But like the first 2 seasons were kind of cute. It was kind of fun. I get why there's some bronies out there, but then most of them are disgusting, creepy people, and I'm just gonna walk away.
I don't pay attention to My Little Pony.
Okay, well,
they crossed over with Transformers.
That wasn't necessarily the point of the conversation, but sure.
What is this that you sent me, Tivis?
Oh my God.
Those are the list of names attached to it.
Those are the writers. Those
I just
are all
want
the
everyone
writers.
to understand that there was yet another moment where just nobody was listening to me. Like they just clocked out.
Oh wait, executive producers. I found them.
Yeah, it's the guy that works with Mattel.
It also doesn't help that you two are like angled, like camera wise. We're gonna break the fourth wall for the audio here. You two are like angled off, and I'm straight on. So I just feel alone. I feel like I'm giving you
straight on. I
feel like I'm giving your guys my full attention here.
Here, all right, I'm centered now.
Hell
I
yeah!
look over here from my web screen, and you guys over here. I'm never
My
looking
web
directly
screen?
at the camera.
What the fuck's a web screen?
Web screen, the web browser.
Oh my goodness!
The whole thing's a screen.
Tivis, when are we supposed to play D&D again? I forgot. July something?
10th?
Is it next week?
Yeah, next Saturday.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right. Anyways, guys.
Okay.
Welcome
Michael,
back.
you're letting this get out of hand. Come on, man.
I know. I need to be the master of this universe.
I don't get it. Oh, you mean the Motu? You
The
fucking
Motu.
prick. Moto. Cosmopolitan Master.
Yeah. Welcome back to Operation Babble. We are doing episode 3 of our 4-part series for movies they want you to forget.
Bruh, this was your idea and you fucked that up. Would you like to try again so you can edit?
No. I don't do editing. Movies they want you to forget. We just watched Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. starring Hasselhoff. And
say his name.
Tivis?
David.
Tivis likes to say the name.
Hasselhoff. Fucking legend.
The Hoss.
No, he's the Hoff.
Hoff.
Not
That's
Haas. See, Haas
is
I
one
think,
of the two.
I think that's like a Dukes of Hazzard thing.
I think if you listened last week, I said both. Not sure which one was correct.
Fucking hell. But yeah, man.
Yeah, so
You
this movie
made us do this.
This movie came out in 1998. It was a made-for-TV movie, and the way it flows, it seems like it was supposed to be maybe a start of a TV show.
Oh, it definitely gives you a cliffhanger.
So I'm just going to assume it was supposed to be another pilot, like most of these comic book shows were back then.
And unlike the others so far, this actually got a DVD release in 2008.
Yes, this got a DVD release 2008. I actually watched said DVD. If you
with
can
the best
find
cover
it.
ever.
Holy shit.
And on the cover it says from one of the writers of Batman Begins.
Ew.
Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I saw that online and I thought it was a joke. You know how they sometimes do that?
It's on my notes. We'll get there.
They had to do that to get people to buy the DVD. This was a very limited run DVD too. The DVDs go for like $80 now, sealed.
That's fucking insane.
And they're like $50 unsealed. So
let me tell you, not worth it.
It is for the collector. It's for the collector. That's what it's mostly for. If you're not a collector, why the hell?
Or if you live in Germany and are obsessed with David Hasselhoff,
probably cheaper.
I think he's big in Japan too. I understand that that's like a meme phrase, but I actually think that's true.
Yeah, like Hulk Hogan is.
Sure.
He does a bunch of commercials over there, like Arnie did, and all that shit.
Well, everybody does. Nick Cage.
Nick Cage is awesome. Anyways, let's talk about
Britney
Nick
Spears.
Fury.
She did nothing wrong. Release
Free
her.
Britney.
Free her.
I had to get one in for my wife.
What you're doing to her is toxic.
All right, this movie was directed by Roy Hardy.
Man, he just fucking...
I'm just ignoring everything.
Okay.
You know? Is an Australian television film director, which it kind of shows with some of the visuals in this. But
yeah,
we'll
there was a couple
that.
of kangaroos. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, mates. Who wants to start this out?
Well, I thought you were the host.
Go. Start.
All right.
Tivis.
Well, okay. Fuck me.
Tivis.
All right. Well, the way I watched it, I had to watch it on YouTube.
Okay. Yes,
Which,
you guys both watched it on YouTube. It's the same one, but the quality is probably a little less for you guys.
yeah, as if that was going to change any opinions.
Yes.
I do have to... I got to ask. So you have the DVD.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the YouTube is just a shitty rip of this DVD, of
Most
said DVD.
likely, but yeah.
I'm surprised it's on there, to be honest, especially if it's going for $50 a disc. I'm actually surprised that Marvel, which is owned by Disney of all people, haven't fucking copyright claimed the shit out of that. But they have the Marvel like beginning thing.
Yeah.
Like where you hear the pages move. Is that on the DVD?
No, that's something that person added onto that.
Added it.
Yeah.
Because it is made from Marvel Studios. They actually had the Marvel Studios tagline in the credits.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, this was 98, so they were doing like the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer came out around the time that this movie got put onto DVD. So 98.
Well, because you said it was a made for TV that went to DVD versus like the two Fantastic Four films and like
that. Yeah. Well, the two Fantastic Four films were in 2005 and 2008, I believe, is the second one.
I don't know why I thought 1995 like an idiot.
90s,
we literally just talked about the Fantastic Four.
The 90s, you had like the X-Men, I think, started in 96, 97, something like that.
That and Blade, I think.
And then you had Blade, yes.
Okay.
So Marvel Studios was doing stuff still.
Yeah, that was a TV movie though. Never mind. I was gonna say the Hulk finale movies were in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Blade I think was the same year as this actually.
Oh, 90, really?
Yeah, 1998 for Blade, the first Blade
my goodness.
film.
That's fucking hilarious.
So Marvel Studios was already doing stuff, but Marvel Studios was also like ripped across fucking 20 different production companies. So
that's kind of cool. I gotta say, it started, music's fine, basic stuff, and then all of a sudden I saw David Goyer's name pop up and I go, oh no. I got real worried. And
that's how long this guy has been in doing this.
It is incredible that he still has a job. This dude is responsible for some of the biggest disappointments and the most controversial and talked about comic book films ever made.
But is he for disappointments though? Because he's done films like he did the Dark Knight movies, the Christopher Nolan movies.
Dark Knight Rises is absolute trash.
Well, he did the Dark Knight.
Which people are going back and rewatching that and having issues.
People are fucking retards. They just want to keep going back and saying, "Oh, these things that everyone likes, they're just trash." Because you know what, we want to be.
It's funny that you say that.
Everything.
It's funny that you say that. It's
just
like
wait,
but
John,
that doesn't happen with everything though. Like you go back and watch The Predator.
No, wait until the same people will eventually get to The Predator, till Terminator 2, to all the films that
they'll be wrong. Like Terminator 2 is incredible.
Care about.
Well,
that's all they want to do. They just want to make headlines with their stupid articles.
I've said this for a long time. I've always said I think the Nolan Batmans, they're the worst Batmans.
Dark City was good too.
He's a bad Batman. He's just not cool. Like Batman Begins, he's all right. He does some kind of cool stuff, but like you barely get any of the Batman stuff, and when you do, it's kind of lame. Like usually the stuff you talk about, everybody talks about Heath Ledger. They don't talk about fucking Christian Bale. They make fun of him.
Yeah.
In Dark Knight Rises, everybody fucking memes Bane, like, and how terrible the movie is. But I don't think those movies are
at the same
as
time
good as people think.
So Nick Fury came out and then Blade came out the same year. He wrote Blade too.
Oh, Blade 2?
Blade
also.
Blade
the
also.
first one.
I have a
TOO.
little note here about David Goyer. It was written by him years before the movie was made, but he was otherwise not involved because he was currently making Sleepwalkers when this was in production.
Woof, how'd Sleepwalkers
And
do?
when Goyer found out about Hasselhoff being cast, he was less than enthused. But he then said it turned out to be the best thing to happen to this movie because the script was meant to be tongue-in-cheek, and Hasselhoff got it.
He's the only one that got it, by the way.
Maybe. I think so. And then stick with Goyer though. Batman v Superman. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what a fucking terrible
I'm looking
script.
at some of his early stuff, like Puppet Master. That's a good film. Like,
that's all right. Yeah.
The first one, Sleepwalkers. I never watched that TV show. He did Dark City though, and I actually enjoyed Dark City.
Most people say that's what made The Matrix.
Yeah. That's where they
I would
got their
argue
shit
that
from.
he's not good at adaptation.
Oh, he did all 3 Blades, so that explains some of Blade.
And you also got to remember, like, even after the writing
movies.
process, there's a lot of rewrites, and the director, I would put my money on the director doing a lot of good stuff in there, or like Wesley Snipes adding shit, because you got a really good cast for that kind of movie.
Oh, he did that sequel to Ghost Rider. That movie sucked ass.
It fucking sucked. I'm telling you, dude, he's got way more misses than he has hits. Like, way more.
People don't realize that was actually made by Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
Well,
that
trust
and
me.
the second Punisher. Well, I guess technically third Punisher. If you want to count the 90s TV movie.
The one with, what is it, Thomas Jane? That one?
Probably.
That was the second one. Then
there was one with Dolph Lundgren.
The Dolph Lundgren one's the first. Thomas Jane's the second, or with John Travolta in it. And then the third one was Warzone, which had
that was
Darla
fun to watch, but
from,
it was fucking dumb. Like, it was really dumb.
It had Newman in it and everything.
But I enjoyed it. It was just like a big, like, shoot 'em up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Clive Owen shoot 'em up. I enjoyed that.
Those movies are what made me not like piercings.
Ooh, yeah. I definitely don't wear anymore.
He
Especially
did the Constantine TV show, apparently.
The NBC one?
I don't know. 13 episodes, 2014 to 2015. So
yeah, that's the NBC
so
one.
Yeah, that must be the guy that we got. What's his name?
I'm gonna let him say.
Ryan.
John Ryan something? I don't remember. Yeah, I liked it.
Matt Ryan.
The first couple episodes.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, thank you.
Okay.
Every time I think Matt Ryan, I kept thinking about the Atlanta Falcons quarterback.
So Goyer, if you don't like Goyer, we'll just say, because I don't give a fuck.
I don't.
I just go based on what I'm watching. I don't care about the people making it.
Well, his names came up a lot, and when it comes to the writing, that's when I get nervous.
He did do story and screenplay for Dark Fate. So that says anything about how he's coming along. But he's also doing the Sandman TV show.
So it's going to be trash. It's going to be bad. It's going to be terrible.
Is he's just producing it, right? Because it's being put together by
he's writing it.
It's
What's
under
his
his
name?
writing credits. But I would think it'd just be a straight adaptation.
Look at him. Tivis is having an existential crisis right now.
No, I'm trying to remember the writer. He's real fucking popular. What is his goddamn name?
Oh, of the original book?
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman?
Thank you. Gaiman, whatever.
Yeah.
He is directly in charge of this TV show.
Okay.
Well, that hasn't meant much. Ridley Scott, don't forget, made Prometheus.
James Cameron did the original Terminator. It didn't help the last one. He
only promoted that because he probably got money for it.
Probably.
He's so
also
full of
doing the Motu movie because they're trying to do a Masters of the Universe live action movie again.
MODOK.
I hate you, Tivis. And he's also doing the Hellraiser. I wonder if this is a Hellraiser reboot or just another continuation into it.
You know it's going to be a reboot.
Who knows what that
don't lie to
franchise
yourself
though.
right now.
All right, anyways.
Don't lie to yourself right
why
now.
are we on the fucking writer? Anyways, let's move forward.
Well, because this really does play into the film. I'm not going to lie. Once I saw him, I was like, oh no. So I had to set my expectations accordingly. And it didn't disappoint.
Is this why you told me to fuck off when you?
No, that happened when we turned it off last night. We started it. We started it last night as per usual, and about I think I might have actually gotten like 50 minutes in. Trying to remember at what point. I'll remember during the discussion, but I told Hannah, I'm like, all right, I'm fucking out. Can we go to bed? I want to go to bed. I can't do this. And then I woke up this morning, finished it, and then I restarted it just in case I missed anything from the day before. My dude, it's one of those things where like I'm watching it and I understand there's a moment where you understand it's going to be corny. And then it's like, oh, it has a moment of like, ooh, this might actually be good. That was a weird scene. Okay, this will be fine.
So,
and then you're like, no, it's kind of shit.
Let's go. Okay, so you get like the beginning of this film. Like you started out and you're like, okay, you can clearly tell it's a made-for-TV movie from the 90s.
Well,
like,
I don't know.
Basic.
That seems unfair. This actually felt high budget, man. Like we opened with like two helicopters flying through,
but the way
like
it was
doing
shot,
all this
you
stuff.
could tell it was a made-for-TV thing.
But no, and also you could just say that's maybe just like technique of like filming. It's not as like it doesn't feel as cinematic and glossy. Right. But I mean, there's budget here. There's a lot of sets. There's a lot of costumes.
The budget for this was from what I could figure out, because it's not on like any like
not
things,
like
it's on Wikipedia. That's it. So
okay. So it's like an estimate kind of thing.
Yeah, it said about $6 million for this.
Wow, really? I'm not gonna lie. For 1998, even watching it, like I would have expected somewhere around 15, 20.
I have to close my window.
Yeah, they 16 million budget. Plus, they put a lot of
don't jump at it
stuff in the film. So I was really surprised when I found out that budget as well. Because they did some CG stuff, as we'll get to, the fucking planes and the helicarriers and shit like that. I was very.
But like I said, I mean, you're opening up with real technology, a lot of actual helicopters. It could be stock. I don't know, but like, they do all this stuff,
because
and
they
the
have
sets
the guys
are pretty
come
impressive.
out of those same helicopters, so they probably had them there.
Essentially, we open up randomly in a lab with
a S.H.I.E.L.D. facility.
S.H.I.E.L.D. facility. What? Do we know it's S.H.I.E.L.D. yet?
We don't. Not yet.
It's just a facility. It's a guy with military fatigues on, and he's guarded, which he's not wearing properly because he rolled his sleeves up. And I don't care about that though. But he's guarding, like, it looks like a mummy. And it's like, oh wait, no, it's a cryogenically frozen body. And then
do we know who it is yet, or do they reveal it later?
We find out when he puts it into the computer.
No, when the big guy walks in and he says his name specifically.
No, they show it on the computer screen.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they show it on the computer screen before.
Because the thing that sticks out in my mind is that the guy that comes up behind him wearing the beret goes, something Van Strucker, blah, blah, blah. And because of like his accent, I thought he was the bad guy. Yeah. And then the dude that we got introduced to ends up shooting him. And I'm like, wait, what? So I was like, oh, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent knew it was a double cross, blah, blah, blah. And then he disengages everything. And I go, I'm fucking confused as shit. And then we find out, which I love this, by the way, is that all the baddies come in, which I guess is Hydra. They come in, and then Clay, I believe is his name that we find out later. Clay something.
Well, you forgot the really cool, like, showing off all the shit in the lab while he's like setting up his bomb, like his chemical bomb or some
Is
shit.
that really showing off? All right. The
It
old
was for them,
computers,
apparently.
he's tickety-tacking, taking the grid offline and stuff like that.
98, man. You know how expensive all those monitors were?
Fair enough. Yeah, true.
They probably reused a lot of them in other scenes.
I just thought it was really funny when all the Hydra people come down this big hallway
Yeah.
and Clay steps out and he's already bleeding. He just pulls out his pistol and he just says something and just starts shooting at them. They all have automatic rifles.
Well, not only that, he takes his gas mask off because he put a gas mask on before he came out.
Yeah.
And he takes it off to say something.
And then starts
And
shooting.
then he starts shooting.
And then they all have machine guns. So they light them up. Sound design is fucking hilarious in this movie, by the way. Gotta throw that out there. There's either none or too much. And it came out a lot. You hear like 50, 60 shots because of all these machine guns going off.
Well, no, he actually gets like 4 or 5 shots off.
No,
beforehand.
he shoots like 4, kills these people.
And then the
kills
rest
like
of them
1 or
run
2,
up and shoot
and then
him.
they unload on him. But the actor only acts like he got hit like twice and falls down, even though you heard like 70 bullets go off in a single ass hallway, and he's the only one there. I was like, that dude should have been riddled. I was thinking in my head the scene of RoboCop when Murphy gets killed by the gang.
Yeah.
That's what it should have looked like. And then he hits the ground. And
Again,
then,
John, it was made for TV. So.
I know. Can't be crazy. There's no Paul Van
Remember, RoboCop
Hoven.
was rated R, like in theater.
Paul Van
so.
Hoven is not fucking coming in this bitch, fucking shit up. But I love that he's on the ground. He talks about, he says, Nick, take care of her or something.
Yeah.
And then we get the unveiling of the villain, and it's
Who we
super
don't have the name of yet.
It's
Not
a
yet.
super
Nope.
hot blonde.
Yep.
Which, can I say, the whole time I'm like, I know this chick, and I don't know why.
Sandra
Please
Hess.
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, Tivis. We're gonna wait till the end because I had to look her up after the movie, and it'll be really funny for the reveal.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I see.
There's a great reveal because the whole movie I'm watching it and I'm
see.
like, I fucking know this chick and I couldn't figure it out.
Mike, for essence of surprise, don't look it up.
Yeah, don't look it up.
Oh, I
Nobody
already
look
did
it up.
last night. I looked up
son of a
most of the
bitch.
actors.
Well, even if you know, the audience might not know.
yeah. That's your reveal, bro.
Yeah.
I
As
will
for
say,
once. It belongs to me.
I right off this right here got me like, wow, what a reference for this film. Like the fact that they have Wolfgang von Strucker, like his first appearance was in Sergeant Fury comics before he was head of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's heck of a tie-in right off the bat.
Well, especially because
Which we get
the
him.
idea is that he killed him already, quote unquote.
Yeah, he's supposedly dead, but then they have his body on ice. I got very Demolition Man vibes from that. I was like, what? Wait, why are we keeping him if he's like, just fucking burn the body, dude? That's like keeping Hitler's body or something so someone can revive him in like 20 years or some shit.
Oh, you mean like Walt Disney?
Yeah.
Damn it, I was
like-
gonna make that joke.
Yes. Tivis, you're the lore guy. Is Clay a person in the comics?
Clay.
Not that I know of.
He had a last name, but I didn't give fucking 2 shits about him. So
Well, there's a bunch of different agents. I'm sure some of them, dude. The references to Marvel in this show, in this
They're
movie,
Oh
it's
my God, are they-
crazy. Like,
well, my issue is I assume he was somebody special because it's what triggers Fury to come back.
okay,
So the
That's
only thing
why I was curious.
I could find is Clay Harder, who's the Two Gun Kid, who premiered in 1948.
So pretty much not really.
No.
All right.
yeah. Well, I do know when we get to it, I'll bring that up. But
Sure.
so now we got him going through here. Now we're going to see Fury finally. They jump from her looking at the camera or whatever, and then we go into this like weird cave in the Yukon or some shit, and we get the first glance of Nick Fury, and that's when I realized what the tone of this movie was.
Yeah, I rolled my eyes a little bit. I was like, I get it, but oh no.
But it seems though like Tivis said, as Goyer had stated, apparently that Hasselhoff got what the movie was supposed to be like. Because like the dumb fucking look he gives, like as you first get the first reveal of his face, it just looks like he's sucking the dick like too hard, and he's got his fucking lips stuck together.
Why is he gotta be sucking dicks,
dude? Oh man, it's crazy.
I just love the fact that he's just pickaxing a wall.
Yeah, for no reason. I think he's just like making his place bigger or some shit.
So he lives in that tunnel? Is that what I'm supposed to assume?
That's what I assumed. He's just like living in there.
It's
off
fucking
grid
hilarious.
Or some shit. So.
But it was funny. I told Hannah, you know what it kind of reminds me? And I love the fact that it's just leaking water randomly in the middle of the scene. I go, I think they want, I feel like they kind of mimic this with Robert Downey Jr. In Iron Man. Because he was doing that hammer thing in his black tank top.
Yeah, they might.
Underground. I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, I'm not going to lie. I was like, if that's a reference, I appreciate you. Not like this movie, but from Iron Man.
That was more of a reference to the 90s Iron Man, though, which began with him creating the armor.
Can I say, we got this movie, and then 10 years later, we got Iron Man.
I know, 10 years later, dude. And I love that he like walks like after he's hammering the thing, and he's got this like barricaded wall thingy, which is fucking hilarious, by the way.
He just walks away too.
Well, it looks like it opened up twice, and somebody's trying to open it.
Yeah,
and
they're trying to bust through it, and
there's nobody in front of it. Like you can't even see a body or anybody.
Right.
And he's just flexing, and then walks in front of the waterfall. I'm fucking dying. It's so funny. It makes me laugh, but okay. So he's worried, grabs his gun belt, and then kind of fucks off. He's got the cigar on, of course.
Yeah.
Got to have the cigar in the mouth, or we don't understand who he is.
Yep.
So a person breaks through, runs him down, does whatever. He's just fucking around, doesn't see him. Essentially, we're introduced to our first S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Well, first you get the reveal of the it's not Zephyr one. What do they call their ships? The little ones?
The Quinjets?
Quinjets, yeah. You get a Quinjet, which I was actually really surprised they actually put something in there that looked like a Quinjet. Like they could have just went and cheaped out and been like, oh, here's another helicopter, here's a dumb plane or something.
Well, it's fun that like a lot of these designs feel familiar from what we have seen, 20 years later. It's kind of cool.
Shit, Clay does exist.
Clay does exist. Awesome.
Clay Quarterman first appeared Strange Tales 163 in 1967.
Nice.
Boom. Nicely done, film. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe he wasn't important.
Yeah.
If he's the reason that Nick's like, damn. And then he gets back. It literally is dialogue. He goes, damn. And comes back. They're like, they killed Clay. I'm like, I don't know who Clay is.
Yeah, he was introduced during the S.H.I.E.L.D's conflict with the Yellow Claw tyrant.
Like I said, John, like this movie, period. What in '98? If you were a comic book fan,
like just jizzing everywhere.
You were loving every single thing in
There's
here.
There's a lot of reference.
There's
you can
so many.
The S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that goes to meet him, Val. Oh shit.
Well, before we meet Val, we meet Pierce.
Yes.
Pierce Alexander Pierce.
Yes, Alexander Pierce.
British? All right. I'm down.
Which those of you who watch the MCU movies, he is the guy trying to take over S.H.I.E.L.D. in Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What, Robert Redford?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, because him and Nick were friends, you know?
In the comics, he's his bodyguard.
That's pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. That's really neat. So then we have Vicky Valancourt show up.
Contessa Valentina Val de Allegro Fontaine.
Excuse me?
AKA Madame Hydra. By the way.
What?
It's also the same character that Louis Dreyfus, whatever, Elaine plays.
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Elaine plays her in Falcon Winter Soldier. It's the same character.
Also known as Agent 14.
Yep.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
All right.
She's worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. She's worked for Hydra. She's worked for many different places. And I'm actually kind of glad, like when I first saw the character, I was like, oh, it's Black Widow, isn't it? And then it wasn't. I was like, awesome. That's nice. So
I thought it was going to be Maria Hill.
That's what I was kind of hoping for. But so I guess they have a history. Pierce tells him like, hey, you're like, I know they fucking kicked you off or did whatever, you left. It doesn't matter, but you've been reactivated. Come back. We need you to touch everybody's butts and say they're great and do all that stuff.
They like
he's
gave
like,
him the boot.
I gave it up. You go you go eat a butt. and then Val shows up. He hears the voice and he's like, oh, we used to bang once. He didn't say that, but it's essentially the vibe that they give off.
He was like, she used to be hardcore in the sex-spionage. And I was like laughing.
Sex-spionage. I love that. That was really good.
I started laughing when he said that. I was like, oh, that's great. I was like, oh, this movie could never be made today.
Fucking sex-spionage. Brilliant.
This is why they're trying to bury it, because
gonna get fucking canceled. She wears a lot of eyeliner. Yeah. That's how you know she's a badass. So,
and black. She's wearing black too.
Yep.
All the black tight.
Well, no, not there yet. They're in their paratrooper stuff.
Yeah. That's right.
To meet him. So then she convinces him. So they decide to go. So they end up at S.H.I.E.L.D. on, I believe they go to the helicarrier, I believe.
Yes, they take the Quinjet to the helicarrier, which when they revealed the helicarrier, I was very impressed with the design.
For
and
1998,
everything.
it doesn't look that bad,
No.
especially for like a TV show.
Yeah,
it could look a lot worse.
Yeah,
but I gotta say, this movie is definitely hammy. Like when you say like David Hasselhoff gets it, or like David Goyer says it was supposed to be like tongue in cheek or whatever, it has its solid moments of that. Like certain camera moves. Oh God, just a lot of the mannerisms from people. It's really funny. Can I say, I want to throw it out there. I like Pierce.
Yeah.
I like Pierce. I like the actor. He's really charming. The British accent doesn't hurt. And he seems like a pretty solid actor. I enjoy him a lot, especially next to like the hamminess of David Hasselhoff. it really does kind of, because this whole time, David Hasselhoff is playing it big, but playing it like, I really do not know how to explain it. I really, because he does the voice. He does hero voice.
Yeah, I have a problem with this depiction of Nick, but it's more from stuff that's coming up later on. Like this version of Nick reminds me of Sergeant Fury rather than when he becomes head of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, because right now he's Colonel.
Right. Colonel. He was director though. They do say that he was director, and then when he got demoted or whatever, he just lost all that.
Well, they're calling him Colonel, but I believe Pierce said the line that we want to bring you back as director of public S.H.I.E.L.D. relations or something like that. That's what he said. Something public.
Didn't know S.H.I.E.L.D. was public, but okay.
Maybe that means cover-up style, like you're a over officer to make sure people don't know, I guess. I don't know. But, Mr. There are no rules. So they're in the Quinjet.
Then you get the big
coincidentally,
reveal.
Fury's flying it, which seems strange. You'd think Pierce or Val would be flying it because
Yeah.
They would probably know the technology better, but that's just me. I'm fine with it because he's leader man.
Yeah.
I love the conversation that they have. Pierce starts giving off his credentials. He's like, I was top in my class on this, and I was this, and I did that thing and this thing. And then he goes, Fury goes, okay, well, how's your needle point?
Yeah.
He's like, what? I thought that was a hilarious joke. And then they ruined it.
And he's like,
they kept repeating it.
like,
I'm like, oh, you're losing the funny. Stop it.
Yeah. It's funny.
I thought the needlepoint joke was really fucking funny. So essentially he's the Boy Scout. I like Pierce, and then him and Val have a little bit of stuff, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't mind it. It's silly, but I like it.
Then they get to the helicarrier.
Which, can I say, this is one of the worst designed helicarriers I've ever seen.
It looks so cool, man. What are you talking about?
I'm 50-50. It looks a little like clunky. Because the turbine, I don't know. The ones in the MCU, of course, that's what I'm going to compare it to. They feel very streamlined. This thing looks like, it kind of reminds me more of like the spiders, like with big legs that go clunk, clunk, clunk. This thing just looks like a big heaping mess.
I'll say it definitely looks better than the original comic design, but the fact that the turbines are that far away from it just seems weird.
I will buy the functionality of it. I just think it looks atrocious, to be honest. Mine's more of a cosmetic thing. I think it looks atrocious.
I think this design was reused. I know for a fact that the one in Ultimate Spider-Man, the cartoon, resembles this design. Yeah. Mind you, it looks much cooler in every other aspect, but it's similar shaped.
I mean, like,
I'm just used to it's basically a helicarrier with engines stuck on. That's the design we normally see.
Right.
I do love the fact that he smokes his cigars for like the first couple of scenes we see him, and then never again. Pretty much once the director tells him, Pincer, I think is his name, tells him to put it out, he puts it out, and then you never see him light another one the rest of the movie.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, once he gets to the helicarrier, he do they meet people, or does he go on the elevator first and then
I just
realized he's holding a cigar while he's leaning on absolutely no smoking.
Yeah, yeah.
That took me a second. And then they do the thing in the elevator. I hate this trope, but granted, it's back in 1998, so I can deal with it.
Yeah.
When he fucking shoots the panel and it just happens to work.
Yeah. It just reminds me of Demolition Man again in this scene.
That's one of the issues I have with it. I'm like, that does not, like, director Nick Fury would have found a different solution. Like, he would have known the codes or something.
Or the idea that, like, I understand that Pierce is new, but what about Val? Wouldn't she have more clearance than him and know, like, a button sequence or something like that to override?
I did appreciate the cigar leading to the fire detected in the elevator joke.
That was funny. Yeah, I was fine with that. Yeah. But again, more prop stuff. Like, I enjoy props. Like, zero reason to do it, but that weird thing that was moving back and forth.
It was scanning the elevator.
The whole Quinjet flying into the helicarrier. I'm like, all right, this is reminding me of, like, Alien and shit.
It looks fine. Like, it's passable. I would tell people in this day and age, it's passable, especially knowing how far back it is. It's like, I can work with this. But after he shoots the panel in the elevator, apparently the doors open, everything happens, and now we meet Gary Chalk.
The doors don't open. The elevator goes up like it's working normal.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
It's just like you shot the computer that was controlling it, so fuck off. We're going to use this elevator
Michael,
now.
I don't know about you, but every single time I try to reboot my computer, I figure if I shoot it in the face, it'll work perfectly fine.
Yeah, and then it loads the exact programs you need it to.
Right?
Ah, fuck, my printer's out of ink. Gotta shoot it.
No, you take that thing to the backyard and you beat it with a baseball bat, Office Space style.
Oh, you fucked it up. But I'm with you, and I appreciate that reference.
So then they get off the elevator, and they get introduced to a ton of fucking comic characters. Dum Dum Dugan, who is one of the most disappointing references in this film for me. Where is his bowler hat? Where is his weird ass mustache?
Which one?
Dum Dum Dugan, or Timothy Dugan, as he's called in this.
Yeah, Timothy. Why?
He's also, obviously they didn't care that much back then, but he's normally
just call
redhead.
him Dugan. I mean, a lot of people, like especially in high ranks and things like that, they'll go by name, last name basis. They won't. They'll use your surname. They won't use your first name. But I gotta say, Gary Chalk, this dude, I'm not gonna lie, kept thinking it was this other actor and it wasn't him. Blew my mind. He looks just like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Better Call Saul, which I recommend. He looks like Saul's brother. It's really weird. The guy who can't go outside of his house, who like freaks out.
I've never seen the show.
Well, check it out whenever you get bored or do a side by side. But Gary Chalk really looks like him. And I was like, oh, I like this actor. This is really cool. And the whole time I'm like, oh, he's really, because I feel really bad. He comes in and immediately the acting gets better. I hate to say it, but like it changes immensely. He starts introducing people, and then the black guy that keeps calling him Nicholas, the Q type person, or the
we'll get to him. I want to talk about him.
I love him. He's in like everything, but like the acting gets significantly better now.
He's in the original It, The Fly 2, Freddy vs. Jason, Super Babies 2.
But
hate to mention that one.
We are also introduced to what'd she call herself? She's a telepath, essentially.
Yeah. Kate. I was just gonna talk about Gary's amazing acting talent, Mosier.
No, he's awesome. I like him a lot.
The guy who played Timothy Dugan in the MCU, isn't he from
Michael Madonna?
Yeah,
he was in the Power Rangers reboot.
He was in Arrow.
Damien Dark.
He was in Area. Yeah, he was Damien Dark.
Yeah.
Or Oz.
Yeah.
Or no, what was it called? The Tin Man? I can't remember.
Oh, I'm still talking about Gary.
It was one or the other. I think he did the Tin Man.
It was the mini series. Yeah.
He was fucking
Gary
awesome
was also in Arrow.
Oh yeah, no, Gary's in everything. He's got like 470 credits or something like that. It's fucking insane.
So he meets a telepath. Let's
so what's her name? It's Kate, I believe.
Kate Neville, who played a prominent role in the comics when S.H.I.E.L.D. was taken over by LMDs and was killed by Baron Strucker.
Now in this one though, she's saying that she got her powers are implants, correct? Is that what?
Yeah.
I gather, because like I was like, wait, how does that? I just thought it made her, from how they explained it in here, that it just like heightened her senses or some shit, not like gave her literal like Xavier powers and shit.
And as far as I know, she doesn't actually have powers in the comics. She died. When would this movie come out?
98.
Yeah, she died in the comics 5 years prior.
Okay.
But again, with these references, these major people who played huge parts in Nick Fury's storyline.
Right. It's like all of Nick Fury's like
greatest hits.
Greatest hits, basically, yeah. And then
except
going
Maria
back,
Hill and fucking Black Widow.
Right. Well, I mean, you can only put so many women in one thing in 98, Tivis.
Yeah. Black Widow definitely is more associated with Avengers than S.H.I.E.L.D.
Plus they did Andrea von Strucker anyways, so that's another. But she was a weird telepath thing that was enhanced by tech. So
I love that neurotech.
Yeah.
And then we get introduced to the LMD, which he is notorious for using all the fucking time. So you know what's going to happen eventually.
Which, can I say, I love that. Like in 98, they were doing LMDs. It took fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. forever to get to that shit. Come on, man. But then you get introduced to
a little obvious.
The professor, which is Gabriel Jones, which is actually one of the Howling Commandos as well in the comics. And I think he was he in the movies, the MCU movies, as a Howling Commando?
I'm willing to bet he showed up somewhere. I don't know if he's
let's see.
Like the character or the actor?
The character. The character was a Howling Commando.
Yes, he did.
So it confused me when he was like the science guy. I was like, wait, is this right? But I went with it. So
I gotta say, I really like the actor. Again,
Ron.
We started getting a couple of people. They're just like you feel like, oh, good dialogue is actually being delivered like without a lot of corn. Like I always call it Iowa dialogue when it's too corny. Nebraska.
The actor who plays him is in a ton of shit too.
Oh yeah, both of them, dude.
I was
Gary
gonna say
him, like they're insane.
The first Avenger version is played by Derek Luke, and for those again who are only familiar with the movies, Howling Commandos was originally Nick Fury's unit, not Captain America.
Yeah.
But that was when Nick Fury was in the 50s or 60s
back
or whatever.
in the day, not fucking Samuel L. Jackson in the 90s.
Yeah.
See, I think it was the Vietnam War he was part of.
Was that one? Okay.
I think so.
I gotta say, the process of making the LMD, because we just do a hard cut to them they pull out a face mask.
Yeah, freaky as fuck,
and
man.
they put it on. Yeah. This is the shit that I miss, dude. Back in the day. Like, I understand you can watch like Terminator 1 and like the scene where he digs his eye out.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, which you probably shouldn't have been watching, but back then, like that was really messed up because you're just watching it actually happen.
Yeah.
You know it's not fake, like it's happening. Of course, you get older and you go, oh, that's obviously a puppet or whatever the fuck it's doing. But this thing was like, they're dragging the mask over it, popping eyes and like putting neurodes and stuff in ears and noses and stuff. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. Like, it was just like, it felt really, it had a visceral response from me. Like, it was just like when you saw the nose kind of move or the ears move when they were putting in chips and wires and stuff. I was like, I like this. This is neat. They're building a robot. And then we see it start to work. And then, of course, then we get into the uncanny valley stuff. It's like, oh, are they doing CGI or is it a puppet or what are we doing?
It's not a puppet. It was
starts
just
mimicking him.
Yeah.
It's like...
But I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that scene. I thought it was neat.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I thought it was well done.
I was just impressed that they actually put an LMD in this damn thing. Like, again.
Oh, and they didn't fuck around. It's like in the first 17 minutes of the film. So
it looks amazing.
No, it looks great.
Yeah.
I think it looks really good. I was really impressed. And then we hard cut to I guess just essentially it's like it's not even a corridor. I don't know what to call it, but this big open room. I love this set. It's like a winding staircase. It reminds me if you're a Firefly fan. There we go. It reminds me of like, you know, when like Anara and them are all up on the top deck and then there's like the winding staircase kind of thing. And then you're at the bottom to their cargo hold. It looks just like that, except with like an extra layer on top. I'm like, I love this set. It has so much dimension to it. And there's all these props and lights. The camera moves are fucking atrocious. I'm just going to throw that out there. They obviously don't have the equipment, but we get a nice establishing shot of this big set, which fucking hell, man, for a TV show that had only 6 mil, they had to dress the fuck out of a set that was pre-built because this looks awesome. I think it looks great. I think it looks really, really good.
Yeah, there's sometimes that they show something like there are some spots where you can really tell that they just built it, but some of the things I'm like, did they just go into like a a submarine or a warehouse or some shit that had this stuff already and just shoot whatever.
Dress it up.
Put
some monitors and some paint on it.
Yeah.
I will say right before that cut, he tells Fury to suit up, and I just go, oh no. Because, nowadays when we say suit up, we know you're putting on your costume. You're putting on your comic book costume. Here we go. Back then, I don't know what that means. And when it comes to Nick Fury, he's just an agent. Like, same with all S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. It's just kind of like, okay, it's a uniform. So
it's just wear black. It's Men in Black, dude.
No, but seriously though, it's worse than that. We show up and all our main characters wear just straight up leather. Like it's like black leather, and it's all different.
Yeah.
All the agents and random people who like all the nerds just wear dress shirts and look like, everyday office people. Mm-hmm. All these motherfuckers are running around in like Morpheus Trinity black ass leather.
They still do that today with S.H.I.E.L.D. With Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They did it with even in the Avengers movies and shit. Like you can tell the agents from the like lab geeks or the tech
but they
geeks.
all wear cat suits though.
Yeah,
and it's a different of color.
Yeah,
Fitzsimmons go from lab coats to field gear as they transition their characters.
But there's a big difference between like I'm just gonna wear leather, like straight up leather top to bottom.
But they don't plan on going to the forest.
Just wait until we get to the bad guys. I got some things.
All they're missing is a ball gag and a whip.
Yeah. All right, so then they start explaining like what's going on. That it's Strucker, right?
We get the exposition dump.
Strucker got released or stolen, I guess you should say.
Yeah, they stole his body.
And then they go into a whole like chemical warfare kind of thing, and
that's when they reveal that when Clay spoke earlier, it's because he was wearing like camera lenses.
Yeah. But it did like the storyline that they try to like put out in this kind of reminds me of like the rumor that what Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to be like, because people were saying that Falcon Winter Soldier was supposed to be about a disease, that a viral disease pushed out there.
Like you talking about the power broker thing, or
no? It was I don't know where it came from, but I think it was bullshit for the Falcon Winter Soldier thing.
Yeah,
but the same storyline reminded me of what is going on in here, pretty much.
Death's Head is a character that I am very excited to hear referenced, because he started in Transformers, ended up tussling with the Doctor, and then ended up in the Marvel Universe.
Like the BBC Doctor?
Yes.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Thanks to Marvel UK division, this is how this character came into the Marvel Universe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fight Captain British. Well, I don't know. At this point, Fury knows it's the daughter of Von Strucker, and we just kind of
who would have a kid with him,
who isn't a character in the comic, but Werner Von Strucker is.
Oh, it's Andrea. Andrea Von Strucker is color. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's not a real. So made up for the movie.
I think they just changed.
Well, we'll get into that later.
Well, aren't they essentially trying to allude that she's like Madam Viper or whatever the
Viper?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get into later.
Okay.
Yeah, she's straight up just they changed the name of Ophelia is the Viper's name in the comics.
Oh, I love Hamlet.
They mashed two characters together is all they did.
Which I don't necessarily have a problem with, but like, man, for being as accurate as they usually do, man, they steered away from her costume real hard. But they gave her like these like elaborate costumes.
It's actually a clever way to get around the licensing issues, because at this point, Fox owned the mutants.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Did we get introduced to the new director at this point?
Yeah, we already had him.
Jack Pincer, who complete asshole in this movie. But
what a wiener. Holy
cow, what a callback. He only has 4 appearances in the comics between 89 and 90.
Yeah.
He's a fucking whingy prick. And good on the actor, because It's it was like his face and nose is like permanently scrunched up. Like, oh, I'm always going to be a prick. Like that kind of guy. Like he's such a bitch. I can't stand him. And good job.
Did we get the joke about him having to sign out on the gear they're taking into the field yet? And he's like, no.
It was... Well, I mean, they fuck off.
All right, so then we go to
Hydra headquarters.
Headquarters, where Strucker is talking to people, like I'm assuming bad people from different countries.
They're actually this is extremely clever because he's talking to like different heads of branches of Hydra. Which after
is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, after the World War II and Hydra splinters. It has all different. Like one of them becomes AIM. That's a whole different story.
Yep.
Like there's leaders all over the place constantly vying for power to try and take over the other groups, like infighting like crazy. So the nod to that in this scene, dude, this movie, it's so full of shit that people who read this stuff are just gonna fawn over.
I will say, you guys can do a little more detail, but just for like watching it, I love this set, dude. It's another cutaway to where this set looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like it just looks really good. And this was the moment I remember watching with Hannah last night. It feels like a Doctor Who episode. Like there's so much little like
you even called it Torchwood.
Yeah. Well, it felt more like Torchwood because like David Hasselhoff is way more fucking corny than David Tennant.
I will say though, the way it's shot, like the visuals, at least for the DVD, I'm trying to follow along with the YouTube as well here just to see what the graphics look like. But with the DVD on my TV, it felt like more of like a British style show, like how they look different. Like if anyone's ever watched British TV, it looks different. So
it's so weird. It's like this idea of like it feels like a stage show, but with high production value. It's really, really strange.
I wonder what it would be like if I took it and like messed with the color scheme of it and made it look more cinematic. If it,
you could probably color grade.
It wouldn't make the movie any better, but it could look more cinematic at least.
Maybe
pretty cool.
But seriously, I love the sets. I think a lot of this stuff is really, really impressive.
Can I ask, what the fuck are these guys supposed to be? They're just like white, like pale, pasty powder. They look like powder.
I was calling them white face Morpheuses, and I don't know how I felt about it.
I was just thinking Men in Black.
I felt triggered.
Like they just look like powder.
They're white face.
Yeah,
and they literally look like Norman Reedus and powder.
Yeah,
that's why he said powder, because I completely agree. I was like, why though?
I wish they had gone with green suits at least to match the ridiculous fucking outfits these guys wear.
You could have given them goggles and a green hood or something, but you did that. And I'm sorry, you have these fucking the white Morpheuses. But then you have a bunch of dickheads who are just wearing like socks over their heads so you can't see their face.
Mr. X. They are Mr. X from Resident Evil.
So in this scene, we're at Hydra.
Over that.
We're at Hydra headquarters, at least her division of Hydra.
And we're seeing the Mummy Man
they
in a cryo chamber.
She like kills this one dude who's apparently a leader from another Hydra sect, I guess. But he wouldn't
France,
like bend
I believe.
her. France. Fucking
the fucking French.
But the way she kills him reminds me from, I think it was Batman Returns, how Catwoman kills
never good.
The one dude, or is it? No, it's the Joker. It's from Batman. When Joker kills his boss, just the way she shoots and moves her fucking wrists back and forth nonstop with the 4-barrel fucking pistol. It's awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was London, not France.
London. Okay.
Yeah. And can
I say before we move on, I'm watching the scene because I'm watching it on YouTube right now as we're going.
Yeah, but play through.
I don't
want
to
chance
there.
My connection.
She's super hot. They give her a lot of dresses and stuff.
Yeah. The hairstyle.
They do a good job making it, she likes the violence and her acting is over the top, but it works.
Oh my goodness.
What
she
was
is
the
going
thing?
for it. And oh my goodness, can we talk? I'm just going to get it because it's in my notes.
Okay.
Can we talk about the accents? Oh my goodness. I appreciate the fact because I'm one of those guys who fucking bitches and complains. Like I still do get pissed off that we don't get more Russian from Natasha in the MCU.
I think it's important to point out this actress is Swedish.
Oh, all right. So she probably didn't even feel good trying to do German. Probably brought back horrific memories. But
I don't think she's that old.
Man, nobody can do accents.
the
Oh my
worst-
goodness.
I
Like
don't even-
nobody.
I don't even care about the accent right now in this scene. It's the way her brother's like stroking her fucking arm and back of the neck when he comes
This
up to her.
family, we'll get into that towards the end.
No,
Tivis,
don't worry. The
Tivis.
final scene.
No, that's weird,
I
bro.
wrote that down. I had bit of a Biden moment. Sorry. But
No, I was thinking more of like the Game of Thrones brother and sister.
sure, why not?
I was like, are
he's-
they fucking? Like, I was confused about their relationship. So
Well, to be fair, they probably are like,
keep it in the family.
yeah.
Hydra.
I'm just saying, it's
Power.
Hydra. When your sister gives you head, 3 more heads grow out or something, right?
No.
Is that how that works?
No.
Tivis?
No.
Tivis?
Why did we
You
go
all right?
here?
You're right. I'm like, seriously, this frame is fucking ridiculous. She looks really hot, and then I see some dude just painting up him. He looks like Voldemort with Morpheus glasses in a suit. Like, I want to shoot myself.
Who
in the
is that?
face.
Just
I'm
the
looking at one
guy?
of the henchmen.
Oh yeah.
He looks
just
like
looking at her
Voldemort
brother.
with sunglasses on.
Her brother comes up wearing this fucking weird ass scarf too, like for no reason. It doesn't even
Oh,
look cool.
He's got to
It
be a
looks
villain.
bad. It looks bad.
Oh my goodness. Like her acting, like everything's in her hands.
Yeah.
She's
has-
getting it, man. She's going for it.
She has perfected the maniacal laughter.
Yes. All right. So then after we leave Hydra, we go to Berlin for some fucking reason. Like we weren't
They
told
have to
it was-
track
Germany,
down
baby.
Armin Zola too because he designed the Death Head
That's
virus.
not why they were going here. They went here for some fucking.
Oh, that's
something
right. They had to
else.
pick up the British agent because they were
Yeah.
holding him in their country or whatever, and they wanted to be involved.
Why has he got to be British?
Because that's
It was
what
a
the
she,
movie
wasn't
said.
Oh, okay. We totally forgot. She killed one of the people of the circle.
We said that already.
Myke started with that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm a stupid man.
Talk about
I'm
not
like
listening.
watching
Shit.
it as we're talking about it.
So yeah, we're in Berlin. Then Fury and Madam Hydra get their moment in the car. I'm fucking gonna call her that because people need to know. Damn it,
Val. It's Val. When the sequel comes out, she'll become Madam Hydra, but she's Val
Right.
in this one.
the sequel needs to come out. Apparently, he was pissed that he didn't get to be Nick Fury again.
Yeah, he was promised to play Nick Fury forever, apparently,
Oh,
by Stan or someone.
Yeah.
well, then his cheeseburger video came out, and
Well, maybe they will bring him into like the multiverse of madness or some
well,
shit
he's
for like
already
a quick
in
second.
this. I mean,
As
he's
himself,
in Guardians.
as himself, yeah, he
It
shows
could
up
be interesting.
once. So
And
maybe
he did a music video.
Yeah, he
True.
did. Yeah.
Big in Germany.
So then we see another powder face guy fall down the stairs.
Well, before that, may
Nope.
I? During
you
the
may not.
conversation in the car,
Go ahead.
this was the moment where I started talking about sound effects.
Okay.
This fucked me off. I'm sorry, guys. I lost my shit here. I love this. They're talking to each other, and all of a sudden you hear bang, bang, 2 gunshots, right? And then he puts his mouth or his hand on her mouth, and then you hear a silencer. What the fuck?
Well, not
Why
only
didn't
that,
we just
they
hear
weren't-
3 silencer shots?
Not only that,
Because
they weren't
it's
that
quiet
far
now.
away from the shots anyway. So
I almost shit my pants. It was so funny. I was like, but why would you start with the 2 unsilenced shots if you had a silencer?
attention.
Like, all I could think was maybe the guy who fell down the stairs had a gun and shot twice and missed and then died by the silencer. But he didn't have a
Maybe.
gun.
Yeah.
So just visually and auditorially, like, I'm watching this and I go, I hate this. It was fucking dumb. It was so dumb. The sequence of events. But then, yeah, like you said, I'll let you continue. Powder face man
Falls down the stairs
Yes.
of some art museum, I guess they were at.
Sure.
Then we get the reveal of this chick who's trying to be Peggy Carter so hard.
I love Peggy Carter. Oof.
And
Haley Outwell, fucking at me, please.
who is she? Who is this supposed to be again? I forget the name of this agent.
Oh man, watch the movie.
Oh man.
She ends up being somebody we
Agent
already
Vaughn? No.
know.
I know that, but I'm talking about who is it supposed to be?
Let's call her Sharon Carter.
Sure, Carter. She comes
Couldn't
down there.
the
They do
telepath
this.
have known though?
The telepath wasn't with
she
them
has
at
to
that
touch
time.
you.
Well, she also
She
wasn't with them
doesn't
at
when
that
she
time.
first meets Nick, does she? Or
But
were they
she's
shaking
also-
hands?
No,
Yeah.
she tells Nick that I don't have to be a telepath to know what you're thinking. Or
Well, that was because he had it on his face. That was a
well, that's
phrase.
because
Oh,
that's because the guy was like, she has implants, and then he looks at her breasts, and she's like, not those implants.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
That's
That's
the
actually a
agent's
funny
name
joke.
was Gail.
Fucking movie, dude.
Gail.
Gail Runcinter, who is who appeared in Captain America.
I'm surprised someone hasn't done Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. is such a misogynistic movie. I'm like,
Nobody knows it exists.
well, now they will.
So I
This
gotta
movie
ask,
needs to be watched by
So-
everybody that loves Marvel.
So,
I'm just saying that.
She was designed to resemble Sharon Carter in the
Was she?
comics.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Because
Cool.
when Captain America, I actually did read some of these. When he came back to life, he's like, Sharon, how are you still alive? And it turned out to be this girl.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
So fake Sharon Carter. We have fake people all the time.
Bruh, they just they ran through a wall.
Yeah, they get chased down. They first do this stupid
Like a
little
subway?
quip. They do a stupid little quip thing with the fake Agent Carter to like get her to know if it's actually her or not. And then they take off because other people
But
are
he
starting
says
to chase
a
them.
phrase that I thought would come back later on.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
never.
Would you like to say it just for the sake of it?
I don't remember it. He can read
Right.
it as a quote later if he wants, but
All right.
it's just like that would be the type of thing that I would expect from Agent Fury. It just doesn't happen in this movie.
I cannot believe that they just run through the wall and the guy chasing them disappears.
Yeah. where the
Can he
hell-
just run through the same wall?
Mm,
What do you mean? Don't me.
I think they run through it, and he's not following them, right?
But why is he not following him? He was running literally right behind them. That's the problem with going down these
Yeah.
big ass hallways. He had a gun.
Yeah, he could have.
It is nice to know that the fuck ups from like what we're seeing now
the
was
reveal
still introduced like 20 years ago, where like people just don't use their fucking guns.
John, we get in about 5-ish minutes or so, you get the reveal as to why the person doesn't just run.
interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because it's a double cross.
Yeah. So that would be why the guy doesn't chase him. So maybe they did actually think that through.
Ooh, I might give
I'm
it
skeptical
points now.
of that, but I'll do headcanon with it.
I think I like it. I think I agree.
Because
Because-
they all work for.
But what about all the other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents? Are they all Hydra? Because there's like 5 more.
agents.
Okay,
in
well,
there.
I'm still watching it. It's one of those things where I'm just kind of like, I don't remember how.
Well, we don't know what happens.
Old man with the gas mask fucks off.
Right.
Armin Zola.
Mr. Zola.
He gets pulled away. But now what we don't know is after Fury goes down, eventually, how many people come in through that passage that they revealed to the guy who didn't follow them in to take over and get the guy out of there and take down the rest of the agents if they took him down.
I could believe that.
They just don't show it because it's a made-for-TV movie, I guess.
Yeah.
That would have been another $1 million.
To streamline the plot, we have Kate molest this old man.
Yeah, this is weird.
Mentally.
And this is supposed to be the little short guy from the MCU, correct? That's who played him before, right?
Yeah, people who follow the MCU again.
I'm Zola.
I'm trying to do MCU connections for people, because that's what most people watch.
Yeah, the first Avenger, he was the computer AI in Winter Soldier, and he had a brief cameo in Agent Carter.
He was the guy who didn't get to eat the steak dinner. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was the computer in Winter Soldier, wasn't he?
Yeah, because that's what he is in the comics. He's just a computer and a robot.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he's not the actual robot.
That actor would have made a good MODOK for a live action.
What a weird fucking character.
It is a weird character.
Yeah. All right, so then she tries to brain rape him, as you said.
And she does.
And
figures out about the bombing and all that goodies.
She fails. He brain rapes her, basically. He flips the script.
He doubled it back.
And he hydra raped her.
Well, not only that, they say that someone put a mental trap in, which means they had to know they had a telepath, which means that Hydra should have a telepath.
Yeah. Or
again, that's something I was waiting for a payoff for.
Maybe the old guy is a telepath. I don't know. Why is the British intelligence person wearing a fucking French beret?
Well, hold on. This is the fun part of this movie, because this whole sequence of him like getting brain raped and then brain raping her.
It's silly.
It was intense, bro. It was like we were watching it, and then Nick came home, and she's like, "Where's the little one?" And I said, "He's right here watching this with me." And that scene just happened to pop on.
Oh no!
And she's like, "Are you sure this is okay?" I was like, "It's just a weird scene. It's okay." But that was a really intense scene, and you never get that type of shit again. I thought we were going to get something like it when she does it later again, too.
Yeah, at the end to get the numbers.
Never happen.
Yeah, there's really no payoff. There really isn't. I'm not even going to lie. I was talking to Hannah because again, like I said, I rewatched the first half.
Yeah.
I remember her doing that part, like the scene we're talking about now.
Uh-huh.
And then I remembered watching it this morning with her taking the numbers. And I still, before I rewatched it, I go, she had that power? The fact that I just never understood she had that power, because the movie really doesn't, other than when they need her to use it, they don't really talk about it.
Don't they say she's an empath?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can read minds.
No, that's
emotion.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Fucking pound it, dude. Come on. No, come on. No, do it correctly.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Use your left hand. Go up. Turn it up. Come on. We're almost there.
Are completely
This is
opposite.
a visual gag.
No.
All right. 1,
Tivis.
2, 3.
Why am I doing this?
No, punch, because we did it together.
Oh.
You're the worst. You are so white, dude. It hurts my soul. Anyway,
true,
I'm
though.
sorry, Michael.
Well,
I
you can't
ruined
work
it for a
Coke
visual
now,
gag.
can you?
I ruined it for a visual gag. I'm sorry. I ruined it all.
But yeah, she's an empath. That doesn't mean she can read minds. Like, people get that fucking shit mixed up with Star Trek all the time with the empaths. I'm like, they can't read your fucking mind, you dumbass.
Oh, you mean with Troy? Fucking stupid bitch.
They're like,
Fucking
oh,
hate her.
she can read their mind. I'm like, no, she can't.
I hate Troy.
Really can't.
She's awful. If you like Troy, you're an idiot.
LaTroy.
I'm saying it out now.
Why?
Unless you like her for 2 reasons.
Riker likes her.
Well, yeah, for 2 reasons.
3.
And they're both on the front.
Definitely not her mental implants.
Moving
Fucking
on.
brought it around. Nicely done.
So then
Gotta circle back.
So then, like, he's like, Fury's just like, oh, you fucking brain raped her. Get her ass out of here. And then, like, you get this random shit where fake Sharon Carter is like, hey, come with me. Follow me up these stairs. Taking Nick Fury away from everybody. And then this is where it gets really weird because they get into this other room and like there's a double cross coming because she's just sitting there with her legs like wide open and fishnets on and shit like that.
Okay, chill out. If they're not wide open, there's just weird camera angles. They're like doing close-ups of her wearing fishnet stockings and she's like rubbing her legs seductively. And then Nick Fury turns the corner in his tight Levi's with this big old bulge.
Yeah.
Which, let's be fair, that's what we signed up for.
Here's the thing, though.
What?
With this whole scene, like, it shouldn't make sense because he knows that there's sexpionage already. And we know it's canon within this world.
Can that be the title of the show?
Sexpionage.
Fucking great word. Honeypot is lame. I want sexpionage.
If Goyer wrote that as the line in this movie, then all is forgiven with everything.
Legend.
Else.
Oh shit!
He's a legend.
I was wrong.
You fucked up.
Andrea von Strucker does exist, and he's got another kid in the comics. She's a fucking mutant.
There you go. Done.
Well, you're a liar. Fake news.
Strucker also experimented on mutants.
Also
and in
true.
the MCU, he's the reason that we
Age
get
of Ultron.
Yeah, in Age of Ultron, he's the reason that we get
the twins.
The twins.
She's like a living bioweapon.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So, which he's a lot older in this movie than in the MCU. So
I will throw this out.
Yeah.
She's doing the fishnet stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to seduce him. Sexpionage. I'm sorry. And again,
it's my new favorite word now.
Nick Fury can't even do it himself without even trying. He just turns the corner in his Levi's with the big old bulge. I'm mesmerized. But the camera keeps showing her legs with the fishnets, doing all this stuff. And he doesn't fall for it. But he kind of does. I don't know what the scene was trying to do.
He lets her get close enough to do what she needed to do. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, and he got fucking fooled like a clown.
Yeah.
Which is fucking embarrassing. Like, all this action is happening and you're just chilling in a warehouse sitting on a fucking chair. And he fucking like Joker buzzer zaps his face.
Yeah.
It's really stupid. Oh my goodness.
But then you do get the
she kissed him.
She kissed him, and then you get the reveal of her spraying the face off, which is kind of like what you get in the MCU with the little electric mask things that we have.
Which was only introduced like twice. We got it in Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Coincidentally from times. Sharon Carter.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not a electric mask, it's a spray.
Yeah, this one's a spray, but I'm saying it's like the electric mask from the MCU.
I disagree.
It's the same fucking thing.
I'm gonna disagree for the sake of it.
And then we get Nick Fury,
and then she runs around she runs away like a cackling Kamala Harris. So
yeah,
that's great. I wanted to date the video.
And then stop with all the dating of everything.
I'm sorry.
Then we get them with Nick Fury on the stretcher. They're gonna take him and make him into the next Doctor Doom. Wrong movie. They take him.
They're gonna do a fucking transracial surgery so he becomes fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
Maybe Sam Jackson is the LMD of this Nick Fury.
Or maybe it's his illegitimate son.
All right,
which is the
that's
actual
racist.
comic one.
Yeah.
How dumb.
I kind of like that, though. I'd be down with that.
Right.
They did that for Creed. It's literally what they did for Creed.
All right, moving on. Then we
Yeah,
get
there you go. You're welcome. Michael B. Jordan.
we get Nick
Nicely
Fury
done.
is just going back and forth through this fucking glass tube. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with him.
That looks like the arc reactor.
Right. And then
You think he's nude?
yes.
I'm like watching him
No,
go.
he's not
he's
nude.
got
He's
his
got
leather pants on.
Yeah, he's got and the eye patch, John. He wouldn't be nude anyways.
How dare you? Like eye patch on like. Well, he's got two balls.
Which I don't know if this is supposed to be like an MRI machine.
Oh,
or
we forgot
what.
that joke that he was at the eye scanner and it's like must reveal both eyes.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't updated your thing. I only got the one. It's like eat my ass.
I feel like the new director didn't update it on purpose. Just to fuck with him.
This
Gotta
scene
keep
goes on for a
the
long
ass
time too, of him just going back and forth getting his brain scanned. This is gonna be an issue later too, because he's going through this magnetic machine, and there's a reveal later that this should have killed everybody in this room. So we'll
the
just
thing in his face.
Yeah. So
Well, for all we know, he did that later.
maybe.
I'm actually under the impression that he took that from the LMD down the road.
We'll see. Then we get him doing his like getting dressed bullshit over the tube and acting like no one in there just watched him go through a tube for 2 fucking minutes.
I will say this scene is at least interesting because they're having an exposition dump while doing something kind of
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. They're
like, even though the dialogue is kind of meh and they're just trying to catch us up, the scene is at least having things going on.
there's something
So-
visual to watch with
Yeah,
it.
there's-
That's not just nonsense of 2 people talking back and forth.
Yeah, everybody can do something.
Yeah.
There's something
And then we
to
get
do.
another cool shot of the helicarrier, which fuck you, Tivis. This is a cool helicarrier. Fuck you, John. This is a
What?
cool looking helicarrier for
Man,
the 90s.
I like how he fucked you first.
I didn't think John agreed with
No,
me.
I agree with you. No,
Oh,
I
you do?
agree with you.
Okay.
No, I absolutely agree with you, and I'm still going to stand by it. I think it's kind of ugly and
It
clunky.
reminds me of one of those claw tubs.
I think it's ugly, and I think it's ugly. What do you want from me?
You're ugly.
I'm sorry that you like to fuck obese women.
All right, so then we get
Not
this,
your wife.
this
Sorry.
talk. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling her you said that.
No, come on. That's not what I meant. I was trying to
then-
be mean.
Now we get this weird scene
Oh.
of Nick and Val.
I was trying to be mean to you.
Doing this doing this love shit like it's Days of Our Lives on the deck of the helicarrier.
Well, to be fair, I think this is CW before CW. Like with all the leather and the goofy shit they've had him wearing, him being in just a random ass blue dress shirt really kind of fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
I
weird.
understand it's aesthetic, or like it's what this looks fucking dumb. I hate this scene.
Do you think
Essentially, this scene is just to tell us that they had a relationship
He
before.
did
which,
this one day right after
what, you haven't
Baywatch.
beaten us over the head with this already?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
I guess
is-
they're trying to give us the specific details
Yeah.
to maybe set up a payoff, which
What happened
know
in
if
the
it's
second
necessarily a
movie?
Well, as you
Eh.
said before, this was supposed to be a TV series, so
Yeah, they
it
were-
might have paid off later. Who knows?
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
have done a series. I'd have just done a second movie and been done with it.
Just keep doing made for TV movies like once a year, like Sharknado.
Well, not even that. I think one would have been fine. I
No,
think
John.
one sequel
No.
would have sufficed.
No, they needed 8.
So-
Oh, sorry.
This
like
was
Sharknado.
produced by 20th Century Fox for
Oh,
a
don't
TV
worry.
show on Fox, so I'm wondering if that's how they got around the licenses that Fox owned.
So this was did Fox own Nick Fury at this time though? Because this
No,
was
but they
10
owned
years
Viper
before.
and Andreas von Strucker because apparently she's a mutant.
Okay. Well, maybe
I
they
never
owned
knew
this
that.
version of Nick Fury too, and that's why we got Sam Jackson Nick Fury in the MCU.
I thought it was just because the Ultimate Comics were popular
at the time, maybe.
Oh my goodness, here comes Pincer and all the fucking nerds.
So then we got we're back in the helicarrier. Pincer's there. He's like, where the fuck is Fury? Fury comes up. We get this other shot of another Pincer coming in the elevator somehow.
Because he was wearing the hat, looking in the corner like it was fucking Blair Witch. Like, Josh?
Yeah.
Josh? And nobody fucking noticed. It's like, bro, what are you looking at? Like, what are you doing? Why do you look exactly like the guy 2 feet in front of us?
Right.
This scene is fucking dumb.
And the only one who notices is Fury.
They are experimenting with LMDs on the ship.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, like, why not have Pincer go around and piss somebody off and then he shows up with all his lackeys? Then we have a scene. Like, set it up. That setup was retarded. It was really bad. I know they thought it was cool because they did it all in one shot. Like, he left and then a guy who looks like him showed up right in front of the screen. Fuck right off.
Also,
story-wise, it's retarded. He's just looking in the corner like an asshole.
All right, so let's do the whole walk-in scene. He's walking in and Fury pulls a gun on him and starts shooting him.
Fucking hilarious.
Fury pulls this big-ass gun out, cocks it to the side like he's in the hood or something, is pulling. Dude, that would break your wrist.
Classic. Why you don't break yourself, fool?
That's I hate
oh my
when
god!
they do
and
that.
he's in leather. It's all the leather.
Yeah, how did he get back in his leather when he was wearing the blue shirt just like 5 seconds ago on the deck?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Do you think the blue shirt is kind of a little homage to their weird ass costumes that we do eventually see in Avengers?
Also, I gotta say, I love the fact that he like essentially emptied a clip. And nobody did anything. Like anything.
Yeah, they all just dropped to the floor and hide.
They did nothing. And then he was able to like deliver a message.
Yeah.
Like,
which there's got to be like a emergency fire axe nearby. Grab it and start wailing.
So this is apparently
essentially, well, I mean, at this point, I guess you want the message because she's going to say something. Like,
there's at least one person there who's freaking out and would not realize.
Do you think that maybe like wearing the stupid like fishnet thing across your face is like problematic? Like, why even bother? Like, who are you doing this like for?
Veil?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, call it whatever you want, but scene, I'm telling you it's stupid.
Stop. All right? We're moving forward.
Scene was dumb. And then it self-implodes. All right, cool.
Well,
pew.
You said that no one was doing anything. Actually, Pierce runs up the stairs like he's about to try and help if something was still going down.
Like about to help.
So this is like their version of Hydra's version of a LMD then.
Yeah.
Sure.
So they have that tech.
Or maybe they hijacked it.
And it just melts down then, like you said. Then they're like, put out this fire. No one's like, okay. And
nobody gave a fuck.
They do mention somebody
be ready with a fire extinguisher.
They do say how did this thing get on the ship, which I want to know how the fuck it got on the ship too. Because they're in the sky.
Like, magic.
Unless it had like rocket boosters or something in its
Maybe
feet.
it grabbed onto the Quinjet and was holding on underneath.
Seen that before.
Spies, Michael. Spies everywhere.
It should have been a scroll. It should have been a scroll that's working for Hydra. There we
Guys,
go.
I'm gonna.
Then we get more dialogue bullshit going through.
Oh my god, coronavirus.
And then they talk about the virus being spread.
They're running down the hallway with a bunch of people in hazmat suits. Even the body's in a hazmat suit. What am I looking at?
Oh, yeah. I like how they're protected in case he ruptures, but this crowded ass hallway they're bringing him down
with people. Like, what the fuck?
Wasn't that a girl?
The virus.
It's a girl. It's a girl, not a he.
Shut up. Don't fucking
it's
assume
supposed to be
gender.
a fake Agent Carter.
Don't assume
that's
her gender.
Who that's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Was that who it was? I couldn't tell.
That's supposed to be the fake Agent Carter chick.
The real one that they didn't.
The real one.
Oh, so that's what Nick Fury is supposed to look like at the end of the film.
Yeah.
But we didn't get there because they cured him.
Well, no, he wasn't infected with the virus that they're trying to kill people with.
Well,
Yeah,
not
his
the one
was a
with the
different one.
fucking thing. It's the vagina one from her lips.
The Viper virus or
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. No, she was infected with the death virus, the zombie virus or whatever that they're trying to infect Manhattan with, which is where we find out they're trying to infect. Do they say Manhattan or just say
I don't appreciate
upstate
that
New
the
York?
black man has to
Yeah.
answer to the white president.
They're
I say
in
that right now. I have a problem with that.
Okay.
Manhattan.
So then we get
I'm
them
sorry,
all in the
this
briefing
movie
room.
is just fucking boring. I think that's my biggest argument to this movie right now is like, I don't think it's bad. I really don't think it's bad. I think it's suffering from editing, especially when you say it's made for TV. I really think if you broke this up into 3 parts, it'd be good.
Well, let's bust through this real quick then, because there's just not a whole bunch that happens right now. Nick Fury and them take off illegally.
His hair gets cut and gelled. Looks completely different.
And then they're looking for a freezer truck somewhere in the city.
Yes.
That has the
We're
virus.
going to split off into 2 teams.
They split off into 2 teams, yes.
He also tells the one guy to pack the LMD.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a setup, I guess. Even though he just says that, and I guess that's all it takes.
I would
Which
have preferred
then
if
he
they
gets,
didn't say that.
They get blown out of the sky.
You know, honestly, you know what, Tivis? I think I fucking agree with you on that. Because you could make the argument they already made the payoff setup at the beginning with the fact
showing it.
that we had a full scene of him interacting with it. And then the idea is that Nick Fury doesn't tell everybody what his ideas are. So the audience shouldn't know. And then it's this big surprise. But the fact that they keep talking about it and they say pack it, it's like whenever they show, I'm like, oh, so you're just going to drop it whenever you fuck up the plot. That's what's going to happen. And then you find out, spoilers.
It's what they do in the comics.
But then you do, well, but you know what I mean? Like when you're doing it in a movie where you're introducing it versus like a comic, like a couple of years down the road after you've introduced it. It's a little different. Like literally you're going to pay it off in like an hour. I think I agree with you, Tivis. I think 100% he should have said nothing and had that trump card up his sleeve. That's what I think he should have done. That's a great idea. Can you write for Marvel, please?
I didn't even hear him
now.
say.
They won't be any better.
I didn't even hear him say to pack the LMD, so it didn't really affect me anymore.
I do remember that.
But I do remember when they were getting off of the ship, right before it blew up, that he said, pack the gear or get the gear or whatever, which might have probably most likely been in reference to the LMD there.
No, he literally says pack the LMD.
Straight up says it.
Okay. All right. So then they get blown out of the
Pierce,
sky.
This scene, I'm just saying he's breaking a lot of stuff down. I like Pierce. I think he's a good character, a lot of good acting. I don't trust him because he's British. So, all right.
Okay.
But essentially it's just an exposition dump. Hey, these three are going to go here. So who is it? It's Pierce, Fury, and
Val?
Kate. No,
Oh.
Kate. Kate go to the Hydra place.
That's right. Val is on the helicarrier at the end.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
shit.
we need a badass. So
What's
we
up?
got Val and a bunch of soldiers going after the Manhattan missiles.
No, I know what happened.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so they got shot out of the sky. Val's still in.
Whoa, you are like very far ahead, but all right.
Nuh-uh. This is where we're
Well,
at.
I was talking about how they're about to leave.
Oh, we already
but
talked
that's
about
fine.
that.
All right, that's fine.
Catch
well,
up,
we know
John.
the teams now.
Yeah. And then eventually, and not a lot happens right now. It's just they're looking, and then they're in the fucking plane.
Well, we had some character development that was kind of cool. Like we did the thing when they were flying in the Quinjet, and they like tried to call and Pincer the prick tried to bring them back. And he's like, "Well, I don't actually have to. I don't have to pay attention to you. I'm already a dead man." Blah, 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 blah. And then he goes, well, fine, then I won't talk to you. I'm going to talk to the other two. How about you turn it around? And then we have the moment of, oh, sir, I'm having a bugger of a...
We're going through a
bollocks. Tunnel. I'm having a bollocks of a bludgeon or something. And they both say like, oh, my shit don't work. So then they all fuck off, which is good character development, saying like, okay, these guys are ride to die. They're in. They're in. So that's cool. Which, granted, I think the whole movie is trying to tell you that anyway. But this was a scene. It was like a good scene. It was a nice little.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice. I enjoyed it. I like a lot of these actors. They're giving a try of a script that is very corny.
I'll go with that. So then during this time, Val is looking on the ground for these bombs or whatever they're going to be
in New York
for the virus. And then eventually, because that's all that happens is that, and then some of the shit on the plane. Eventually the Quinjet gets shot down. And then they somehow made it to like a Hydra base, even though they were right there. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't understand really any of that. Because they bailed out. They say bail out. So we're just going to assume they parachuted in, I guess. So they were close enough to do that, I guess. I don't buy any of it. It's really lame.
Okay.
But it sets up
just me,
them going after the Hydra compound. Wow. We go back to Val and her friends going after random trucks randomly. Thanks to random protocols. A lot of this doesn't make sense. I think they say that they're finding it because they have to cool it. So they're looking for trucks that have like
refrigeration
really cold
systems.
insides.
Yeah, refrigeration
like refrigerated
systems
insides. I'm not gonna lie, given my occupation, there could be like 20 of those.
Well, they're looking
Milk
around.
Trucks, soda
they're
trucks,
scanning the city for that shit.
Ice cream trucks, all kinds of stuff.
They're scanning the city for it with potential things inside of it as well.
Sure, why not?
That's what
5
S.H.I.E.L.D. is doing.
occupants. But no, I'm fine. You know, movie magic type stuff. Whatever. We have a hallway scene where the three of them are looking at one guard and Pierce pulls a fucking... I don't even know what's happening. He tries to judo chop him.
Yeah.
And it fails. Embarrassing. Which then I make the argument 2 seconds later, Fury tries to pistol whip him and it still doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why anybody would feel bad for Pierce. It's like, oh no, he's a chonker.
Yeah.
He's a chungus. Like he's the fat guy in a video game that has double health bars.
He's the guy who throws his hat.
Sure. He drops his shield. So he punches him, shoots him, and I hate this scene because why are we wasting time with the idea? He's like, something doesn't feel right. And she's like, I feel it too. It's like, well, you should have felt it before him, first off. But second, it didn't matter because they walk 2 feet and then get caught anyway.
Yeah.
It's
well,
fucking
that's when
lame.
they realize that it's a setup. And then not only that, did you get the line kind of like an Easter egg for later down the road of Pierce being a double crosser or some shit?
Oh,
not in
he
this
was going to
movie.
say like, oh, given the way that you were acting, I might as well consider you for treason or something like that.
Yeah. Which not for this
that didn't
movie.
go anywhere.
But
I don't think that had nothing to do with anything.
in the comics, it does.
Okay, well, in the comics, I'm talking about the movie.
And Winter Soldier.
I'm a Winter Soldier.
Well, that's a payoff. That's what, like
20 years later?
Yeah.
14 years later.
Which I gotta say, I mean, if they did it in the comics, is it a payoff from this movie or a payoff from...
Both,
okay, so
John.
we got to talk about this. So we have white-faced Morpheus and Hot Chick comes out in a red-ass dress.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get what these elaborate dresses are. It fucking confuses the shit out of me.
You had me thinking of the movie Hot Chicks. Or, no, White Chicks. Stop
That's kind of what it feels like. He looks like it. It's like, I feel like he's going to start yelling, "What a beautiful chocolate man." It's fucking insane. I got to throw it out there, though. She loves to use her hands. She cannot help it.
Ricky Bobby in it?
I can't with
Again?
my
Like,
soul.
Who
John?
else did that? Was it
John?
Von Doom?
Yeah, it was Doom.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly like that from the Fantastic Four. You just needs to, that's what a villain does, is use their hands. Now, I got to say, one, super hot. Second,
Don't
I
complain
love
when a
this
woman
scene,
wants to use her
and
hands
I want
all
Michael
the
to see it
time.
because I know he's got it up on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I love this scene because he talks about like dancing on the grave of her dad.
Yeah.
And then he says it, he gets punched, goes down, and then all of a sudden he asks about the dental plan. He's got a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah.
He went from nothing in his mouth. He gets punched, goes down, and goes, "What's the dental?" And he's got a cigar in his mouth.
No. He has a cigar in his mouth as he gets hit. Yeah, it's there.
What? No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I would have
watched it,
liked
like,
it
3
better if it
times.
just
No way.
appeared.
It's
Let me
just,
see.
it's in his mouth the whole time.
No, I'm going to watch it again.
Because he's talking to her with a cigar in his mouth.
No, I'm going to watch it. No, you're wrong.
No.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not. I'm literally watching it.
I'm literally watching it.
I'm not.
Yeah, he just said, I'll dance on your thing too.
So he doesn't
Okay.
have a cigar in his mouth as he talks.
But he had it when he got punched. Okay.
And he had it when he got punched and he went down.
Well, there you go. But it's
But he
still a
also had
continuity error because he
No.
didn't have it in his mouth.
It was in his hand too
Oh, you silly
while
goose.
he was talking.
You silly
And
goose.
he had it when he walked into the room.
Well, I don't care about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a bad cut, which is what happened. And it was awful. This
Okay.
movie suffers from a lot of bad editing. I'm just going to say.
I kind of like if it just appeared because that's just Nick Fury.
And he
That
says,
would have been
and he
funnier.
says, "I danced on your poisonous father's grave. I'll dance on your grave too, sweetness." He's like
Great
Bruce
dialogue.
Campbell as Ash, dude. Like that's all
I like
he
that
is.
dialogue. Oh no, this definitely has Book of the Dead, like Evil
Army
Dead,
of the Dead,
Mhm.
Army of Darkness. There we
Army
go.
of Darkness. Oh yeah.
It's got a lot of that vibe.
Two main movies.
I
and
love
then they
I love
strip
the
them
fact that
down.
after all of this, they throw him in a freezer, and because of that, he feels better.
I love that after all of this. No, I love that after all of this, they finally check them for weapons after they
I
brought
know,
them
right?
to right
You brought
where.
them to your leaders,
Yeah.
like, she's so hot. I'm just gonna keep saying, like, every time she pops on, I'm like, I don't know what your costumes are. They're absolutely insane and make no sense, but you look good in them, honey.
So then she takes and says, "Well, I'm gonna take him. Y'all can have the chick, or no, something with
you
Fury.
can have the girl.
You
I
can have
want the
girl.
pretty boy.
I want the pretty boy."
And then just threw all 3 of them in the same place.
Yeah, yeah. For no-
What a fucking nonsense scene. I do love the fact that she did check the eye patch.
Mm,
So not a stupid villain.
yeah.
She might be hammy and over the top, but she's not stupid. Gotta say, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I guess we cut back to New York. They've been fucking around trying to look for cars. One of my favorite moments was they were trying to, and let me tell you, the brother is a terrible actor. The guy doesn't blink ever. He's embarrassing.
From what I can tell, his comic counterpart isn't that useful either.
The scene before when they found the dummy truck,
Yeah.
had nothing in it, which was a dude, which they didn't even bother to see was alive. I was expecting it to be a bomb or something like that. No, they didn't. It was a dude chained to a chair.
Yeah.
I didn't even help him. They didn't check his vitals. They did nothing. They're like, there's nothing here, sir.
My man.
I'm like, no, there's a body.
They have
you said there was 2 occupants.
They have
what happened to the other
town.
one?
They have a whole city and several other states to worry about.
Bro, come on, man. Like, we're not even just going to take 2 seconds to see if he's even alive?
Nope.
Also, though, that scene, I got to talk about it. It's fucking hilarious. There's a moment where they're walking down it and she like puts her hand out and she's like, no, wait, you're in a fucking alley. You guys aren't hiding behind anything. Why'd you tell them to stop?
Yeah.
And then you just kept going. It was fucking hilarious. If these people would have started opening fire on you, you'd all be dead. Like, you'd be fucked. But she's in her leather outfit, so she knows what she's doing. So I'm silly. Anyway, moving on.
Moving along. So then they find this new truck, which is a garbage truck, just converted with freezer stuff in it. And then they're going through all that. Val finally finds out that Fury got shot out of the sky. They were keeping it from her because they didn't want her to know, but she finally asks. And then the dumb brothers.
Other team do? Well, because both.
I love how
it was weird. Like, they said that like both teams required each other to get their jobs done, but that was completely false.
Yeah, it's completely false. I do love how
even though they used the abort number, but I was like,
even in the 90s, even in the 90s, these screens that like the brother is typing at, they're just tube TVs that they took the casing off of and put the screen there. It's all it is. But it looks really cool. Like,
fine, yeah.
So I'm like, it's a quick and easy way to make something look sci-fi in the 90s. And it's actually pretty smart. They just cut the rest of the casing off the TV. That's all it is. And then they turned it sideways. So
gangster style.
Yeah.
Well, they couldn't afford Max,
so then they're waiting because she wants to prove that he's alive or whatever. Then we get the scene in the freezer. I was going to say jail cell.
In the freezer.
And this is where Nick Fury pulls out his eye, which is connected to stuff.
You skip so much fun in there. There's some silliness.
All right, go ahead.
Because we can't forget that as of right now, Fury is working on fumes because he's got a huge fever because of the virus that got fucking molested into him. They get put in a freezer. So the other two are cold as knobs because they're wearing leather. So it's going to crystallize and it's going to suck. But Fury is at like 100 and something that would kill most people. He literally goes, they made a mistake putting me in a freezer because now I'm back to normal. I was like, oh my goodness, the dialogue. So that's why he's operating at 100% now. And the other two are just like, we're fucking worthless.
Now, there's many ways to look at this too.
Okay.
Because spoilers for the end already, but there is a LMD. He's been switched out eventually. I'm wondering if this.
I think we've alluded to it enough.
I think this right here is the LMD.
Because I was thinking that because the entire time I'm like, this much adrenaline is pushing the poison through his veins so fast.
Yeah, but this also is like he pulls out the eye. We clearly saw, scarred up. Maybe I think maybe the LMD was there the entire time, and Nick Fury never got caught. The actual Nick Fury.
Interesting.
So that's why I was thinking as well.
He puts his body over top of them too when the explosion happens. He's a fucking robot.
Ooh. Can I say, I wish the movie would have actually given us a definitive clue somewhere.
Somewhere about like that?
Somewhere. I don't think it did, so they could keep it ambiguous.
Yeah, you're
but
like,
I like
when
your
did
theory.
they switch?
You know what? I want to go with that because it feels better. Because he makes a couple of mistakes too after that. But no, I'm going to go with it. I like it. I like that theory. I think that's a good theory. And the fact he pops the eye out and stuff. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I like that.
Because otherwise, like, if Nick Fury got punched in the face, he'd fucking blow up.
But still, with the dialogue, I love the dialogue. Like, it was fucking hilarious. It's like, well, I'm normal now. It's
well,
like,
they
what?
also say that the LMD picks up the traits really fast from the original. So being around him, he would just speak exactly like him.
Well, it's still retarded.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Just like the dialogue. I think it's silly.
Oh, man.
But like, I like your theory though. It does make it a little cool. Like,
now I wish this show had been made because it reminds me of like kind of Invasion of the Body Snatchers type story where like the storyline from the comics that where the LMD take over. Like who can you trust? Who's been replaced?
Basically, like the scroll or the what is it? The
Secret Invasion,
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars was where they were taken and they got Venom.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Venom.
Okay.
Venom.
But yeah, then we they get out of the freezer and then we go back to the garbage truck area. And they're just walking along the catwalk. Well, it's not really a catwalk, but
what a weird scene.
Yeah.
Val's up there with a bunch of agents ready to drop in on these guys. And one of the creepy Morpheus dudes decides to just start bouncing a ball randomly.
Yeah. Can I tell you, these like fucking white powdery guys, they reminded me of the Chronicoms from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, they do.
That's like what I thought they were going to be, were like just androids. Like,
and who knows, they might have turned out to be if the show had continued. We have no idea.
Because you never see them really die. Well, I think one gets shot.
You don't see him do anything.
They're fucking useless. They're automatons. Same with the brother. He just kind of dies.
I mean, was he ever really alive to begin
with? He was a Strucker. They're never alive.
It's what we all wonder, isn't it? The grand scheme.
He gets shot right in the fucking head because he's like playing around with her, saying, "Oh yeah, you'll never you won't shoot me." Not before.
No,
I
even
hit this
worse.
button.
He's like, "If you miss, then blah blah blah." And she's like, "Oh yeah, if I miss."
This one scene, he does remind me of Gary Oldman though, when he's like smiling over the computers. He reminds me of?
He reminds me of the fucking long-haired blonde guy from Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
That's who it reminds me of. Actually, more like the pathetic one that gets hung by chains in the second movie.
Oh, that second one is so not good.
It's so not good. They ended up riding snowmobiles out into the fucking forest. Anyway,
I mean, you can't say much about what was the fifth one with his son. That was horrible too.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. The fourth one's watchable, but not good.
Fourth one was with
Kevin Smith, Justin Long, Maggie Q, who I like
that one. That had some good talent in it for sure.
I enjoyed it, but it's not a good film.
Werner von Strucker is much more of a villain in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. than he is in this movie. He is such a waste of space.
I'd probably argue that, yeah. I think I agree.
Wait, Strucker wasn't in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., was he?
Yeah. He appeared in season 3 and continued through season 5.
Oh, yeah, and then they kill him in the movies.
He's the one who does Deathlock, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Which, oh my goodness. That first season.
Rough.
That's not a good season. Oh my goodness. I'll always tell everybody, fucking force yourself through season 1. Once the Hydra shit happens,
at
the
least
show
get
gets
to the Winter Soldier
fire.
crossover.
Yeah. Once the Winter Soldier crossover happens, I'm like, this movie's fire.
All right, so let's move along with this movie.
Okay, sorry.
Before they fire. So apparently the missiles are still going to get launched.
Yep.
And they're trying, they do fucking
Even though they shot everybody.
They do the lottery numbers.
We're just gonna get done.
The lottery numbers just keep going and going down the screen until they get the right fucking ones, and they're never getting right ones. And then
no matter how many quarters I put in, I'm never going to get this slot machine to give me what I want.
And they're pointing the fucking missiles right at the Twin Towers, man. What the fuck?
Dude, fucking shout out to the Twin Towers. Fucking rip, man.
Every time I saw them, I was like, oh.
How much do we miss the skyline? Don't forget, Biden's going to
All right.
hopefully
anyways,
take the soldiers out of Afghanistan.
we get the
Okay,
last
all
shot.
right.
We get the last shot of the Twin Towers with the missiles behind the missiles, and then we go to Hydra quarters
So
again.
that's what actually happened.
So we go to Hydra quarters again, where fuck, what's the doctor's name?
Jesus.
The Strucker and the other guy, the old dude, is there.
Zoloff.
Yeah.
Armin Zoloff.
Zoloff.
No, Zoloff's the fucking depressant.
And they're there, and then you get Nick Fury rolling in and jumping in. Holy fuck, he's got a lot of energy. And this is why I say
I'd bang him. Yes.
he's
Saw that
LMD the
Baywatch,
whole
yeah.
time. Right?
More like Babe Watch, am I right?
So this is when you get the fucking like Blade scene where like Blade has that sword that, you know, rips through your hand. Instead, I can't even pronounce his name right now, has the gun in his wheelchair and he's about to shoot Fury.
So fucking silly.
And the fucking thing just flips. And that's not even where the fucking... Okay, it's not where the bullet comes from, but it like flips around and electrocutes him.
Dude, I lost my shit. I started laughing maniacally like a freak.
I think you're supposed to laugh at this
just
shit,
all
though,
of a
bro.
sudden gets off his oxygen tank.
Yeah.
And he's like, the gun's not going to work, which they used in Shoot 'em Up, by the way, with Clive Owen. Go watch that film. That's much better. This motherfucker pulls a trigger. The like eyesight turns around.
Yeah.
It electrocutes him like a bitch. And for some reason, his wheelchair fucking flies backward like he's Wile E. fucking Coyote. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I gotta ask you guys, in this scene, did the LMD fire the gun? Because I'm curious if that would work or not. Because I was not looking at the screen during
That's
some of this.
That's a great question, but no, he didn't. Because the gun
That's
was
what I
all
was
the
wondering.
stuff that was confiscated. It was on the table in front of him. That's why the old guy was able to grab it.
Yeah.
That's why I said you underestimated the old guy.
This
that
Armin
table-
Zola. Oh, go ahead.
The table that they have in there with the big ass Hydra symbol on it, I want that as my fucking dining table.
That makes you a villain, though.
I don't care. It's a cool symbol. It's a cooler symbol than
It
the
would
shield
be an
symbol.
awesome gaming table for sure.
You guys
Yeah.
are bad people.
Yeah, we are.
So, John, the Armin Zola, I got the same vibes that I got from Doctor Who Series 2, where they go into Pete's world with the Cyberman
Fucking
dude.
Davos. I don't know. Wait, what?
Yeah, you know, he's hooked up to the wheelchair. He creates the Cyberman.
Oh, I would make fuck that guy. the little wiener dude. And then like they got zapped up to the top and they had the Power Ranger versions of the Daleks where they were like
No,
red.
that's Matt Smith. This is David Tennant, but
Because I know too, I just remember Davos.
yeah, I was thinking of where they go into the alternate world. They were getting off topic.
Okay, fine.
We've been
I
getting
might
off
know what you're
topic,
talking about,
so-
but there's like,
I'll send you
they've
a
done
picture.
that story like 4 times and it makes me sad. Anyway,
Okay, so now we're in there, and Zoloft is asleep.
he's no longer depressed.
And then Nick is fighting with Andrea von Strucker.
Who's still hot, by the way.
And
She changed her outfit again. She put on this like sleek black thing.
Yeah,
Yes, I appreciate
because
it.
she's doing a fight
Well done.
scene. It's probably a little easier for her.
Hey, no, I'm good.
And then we get then eventually Nick Fury gets shot
Good. Twice, like 3 or 4 times,
Boom,
actually.
boom, boom, boom. And then she gets like all up in his grill, like, I can't hear you breathe. I want to be a pervert.
Oh, you didn't make a funny quip. Remember when I said I got my revenge?
Yeah, she goes on about her revenge, her fucking revenge. Like, I
She
got my
loves her
revenge.
revenge, man.
Like, you're talking to a dead body, clearly, you know.
Well, you don't know that.
And then we get the reveal of badass Nick Fury just sitting on the desk.
Oh no.
Which I feel we've gotten that with Sam Jackson's Nick Fury multiple times, of him just
The Hoff
sitting somewhere.
is right behind him.
But they do this instead of a hard cut, they just move the camera over
camera.
to him. I'm like, man, that would have been so much cooler to do like a different shot of him. Like
I don't know. I like the camera movement because it makes it all like we watch the body there,
one
and then
thing.
it's like, oh no, there's a body over there.
So they actually had a double.
Yeah, like in
it was
Parent
a real
Trap.
thing. Yeah,
Like in the Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, like when they killed one of the twins,
yeah.
it just wouldn't have been as cool if you cut away.
So then we get the reveal that the Nick Fury that got shot, and most likely the Nick Fury that was in the freezer, was an LMD, and so
makes you wonder where the regular Nick was the whole time.
Trying to find his moment.
That prick.
Just wandering the halls.
Right. Looking for his weapons.
Do you think he was just sitting on that table the whole time and nobody can notice?
If he sits very still,
he had like
no
a
one
cloak.
can see him.
He had like a cloak thing. He's like
could
Drax.
eat
a dragnut. It's like I hate it.
I'm so mad right now. This is not the movie, but I want this on record. My wife went to a pizza joint without me.
Ew. What a bitch.
Was it like a turtle pizza joint or just a pizza joint?
JoJo's Pizza.
Wait, just like right now? So you're pissed off?
Yeah, she sent me a photo.
Oh, wow. Get fucked, bro. Is she at least going to bring you something home?
Yeah, I get the leftovers, but
I'll take leftovers. She's like, I was like, can I get a personal pan, you bitch?
No,
like, come on.
She's being petty. She's like, hey, you want a podcast? Guess what? I'm eating pizza. Fuck you.
Well, whatever. I'm sorry I'm having fun. It's fucked. It's fucked up.
All right,
I feel you.
So now Nick Fury, even though she still has a gun in her fucking hand, walks straight up to the bitch.
Hilarious.
And she just like is in shock. I'm curious though why this LMD doesn't get back up.
Because it's a robot.
Maybe they shot a vital component.
I just gotta call bullshit. I hate it.
I think the LMD should have got back up. Once the reveal
happens, there's so many questions.
The LMD should have got back up because that one that was in the freaking helicarrier didn't even fall down.
Well, just give me a headshot and a bunch of sparks, and then I know it's toast.
That would have been cool.
But the problem is if you give me all the sparks and stuff,
no,
I've been confused.
You get the reveal by her going up to the body laying on the ground and doing a head tap. And then you see the sparks, and then you shoot over to Nick Fury.
And then you do the camera move.
Yeah.
Boom. Much better.
Right
no,
there.
100%. Much better. 100%. I agree.
Why aren't we making these movies?
Because
I've already established I'm not any good. So
give me six. If you give me $6 million, I will go and make a Nick Fury movie.
Yeah, well, got to become part of the deep state and...
All right, so now we get we're in the hallway, and all these people are running through. Nick Fury opens the door for his partners to run in, and then he can't close it. So what does he do again? He fucking shoots the console to close the door. Like that's gonna work.
No, but it does work though. Movie magic. And then like. Oh, God, he handcuffs her to this thing. I got to throw it out there. I really laugh because then they're like, we're fucked. We need the numbers to the abort mission numbers. So Kate's there. I can dig it out of her, blah, blah, blah. She's like grabbing her head to get the numbers. The whole time I'm thinking, this bitch has another hand. Why is she not using it? To like get her to like, hey, could you like stop touching me? No, seriously, she's only handcuffed to the thing that he handcuffed her to by one fucking hand.
Well, I know you just made me like two children. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching.
But seriously, she needs that though. And after one scene, she proved she needs concentration. So if she just goes, ha 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 ha, you can't concentrate. Go fuck yourself. You're a bitch.
And it would have been in character with how fucking nuts she was.
She's fucking insane.
What they should have done instead of handcuffing her, but it would have ruined what happened later. Maybe, I don't know, if they could have found a way around it.
The guys should have held her down while she did it.
Well, that's what you guys were talking about. The LMD. The LMD should have got up and just like vice clamped her with his arms.
That could have been funny. That could have been cool. Like, so like he's holding while David Hasselhoff real is giving the speech while she does the thing. Yeah, that would be much better. Or at least to start, at least you handcuffed her enough to get the LMD to pop back up. But like I said, she's got one arm free. If she can't concentrate, they don't get the numbers. Game over. That was annoying the fuck out of me. It really was. I was just like, you have a whole nother hand.
The look of pure joy on her face, though, when they're struggling to get the final number and he almost puts the wrong one in. It's like it's almost like she found it amusing, like a game in a way.
Can I be the child? I appreciate the fact that the numbers that you had to fight between were 6 and 9.
Nice.
Nice. No. But I don't know. What a weak ass ending. It was fine. They gave I don't know, they gave us enough to finish it out, I guess.
Yeah,
everybody had pseudo a part to play.
The fact that she gets away by jumping into the container with what we think is her dead dad is freaky.
Well, and that's the worst part, because then it's like we feel like we won, right?
Yeah.
And now we got S.H.I.E.L.D. showing up, and they're grabbing all the cockroaches. They're all getting handcuffed and put down and blah, blah, blah. She's there. She would be like priority number 1.
She should be the entire time. I'm like, I actually said out loud, why is no one watching her?
It blew my mind. I was like, this film is retarded. Why has no one punched her in the face and knocked her out at this point and just been done with it? Nope. Somehow she gets out of her stuff, jumps in the cryo chamber with her dead dad's body, and then like fucks off in an elevator, essentially.
Which they struggle to get into, and then going back
which
to
is
the
made
first
of
elevator. The first elevator, he just shoots it and it opens.
To open the door. And then I just fucking laugh my ass off maniacally, because what's his next line? She's probably halfway to China by now. Did you see how slow that was going down? You'd be lucky if she was halfway underground.
You could have easily just jumped down the tube.
You did. That's what I thought he was going to do. And like turn the thing on and grab her by the hair and just shoot her or something. I don't know. It's fucking silly, man. But that's how she gets away. Fucking lame.
Yeah.
Lame all over my butt. So I'm not going to lie to this. The last 30 seconds have been, or like almost a minute and a half, been pretty good. It's almost like there was a voice that just disappeared. And, if it's a holistic thing or a technological thing, either way, I feel like we all win. Because Michael's kind of a bitch. Cries a lot. He's like,
I don't know if you're talking about the movie or the technical problems.
Oh, no, now I'm fucking with him. Because he's not here to defend himself.
He's like, here. He just can't say anything.
He's like, oh, man, I love Batman v Superman. What a fucking great film. I jerk off to it all the time.
So
did you see those?
Can we get to the last horrible cliffhanger?
Man, do we really want to finish the movie without him?
Nick Fury.
I was trying to hold on to that scene as long as I could. Well, okay. Well, let's go back. They go back after they disappear. Apparently, they have an antidote. We haven't even talked about this.
Yeah, they had to get it from her blood, which I didn't. Did they take it from her?
But like, there is a scene where he like did that right before she escaped. Which I didn't understand that it was from her blood that would require that. So, okay.
Yeah, the fucking cats were knocking shit down and I was too lazy to rewind.
But then after that, I go, like, they're like, we need to get this into you ASAP. Because once we get into you, you're still going to be all fucked up for a little bit. No, then the thing happens. She disappears. And then he doesn't get it until he's on the helicarrier again. Which, let's be fair, that took at least another hour. And he gets there and they gave it to him and he's like, all right, you'll be good. I'm like, my dude. Like, I don't know if it was lack of acting or it was just lame, but they really just didn't make you feel like he was dying. I would have liked a coughing of the blood. Hey, Tivis, can we pretend like we still can't hear him or? Oh, good. We can't hear him still. So Tivis, I gotta ask when this thing happened, before Michael comes back, I want to get this done because I know Michael can't talk. So this is perfect timing.
Also, John, Batman v Superman is awesome.
No, it's not.
Look at the door you opened. Well, Fury gets reinstated with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Pierce is like, all right, here's a bunch of stuff that you have to pay for. He's like, all right, add assault to this list. Well, actually, he says attempted assault and then punches him. That is not attempted. Oh, my goodness.
Please go back and watch that moment. What a silly edit. Oh, my goodness. It was like America's Funniest Home Videos. It's insane. Yeah. And it was dumb. It was so funny.
So after that, what do you get? You get the glorious shot of the helicarrier at the end.
Yes. And Fury and Val reconcile and touch each other and go, oh, aren't we in love?
And then she goes, in the second movie, I'm going to be Madam Hydra. And then they fuck off. I think
she actually says that like verbatim.
That's another character I wish was in this, Mockingbird.
Kill your face. The only reason why I even know what that is because of the Facebook game.
So we leave the helicarrier. We get that last cool shot, and then we get the cool shot of Strucker's
the underground.
We get Strucker's castle, basically, or whatever it's supposed to be. Which actually, the MCU version of that looks almost exactly alike.
It's about the same. Looks really good.
Yeah.
Gotta say, then she Viperess or whatever the fuck her name is, Viper, whatever. She walks down the hallway in this black like leotard thingy, and oh my goodness, I almost fell out of my chair. She looks so good.
Oh my god, the way she looks up at her dad too is so creepy.
No, wait, don't ruin it for me, please.
Okay.
She looks really hot, and I was like, she looks really familiar. I remember her. Remember when we watched Mortal Kombat like a month ago
as a double feature?
Sandra Hess was the replacement Sonya Blade.
Yep.
In Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
She was also the female cave woman, I guess you would say, in Encino Man that shows up at the end.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I totally do.
There is a movie where you can see her boobs.
Beastmaster 3.
There's a movie where you can see her boobs. But that's neither here nor there. I think her and the guy who played Pierce, I think they went off to like be like close in some way. Because when I look up either of them, they are always together on red carpets.
Oh, yeah?
It's kind of weird. Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Anyway, you're gay.
For our visual people.
But then the dad showed up all of a sudden. What the fuck?
This is her.
He's creepy and old. Oh, hey, what's up?
This is her in Encino Man.
Well, it'd be cool if I saw her face, but you know.
Yeah, well, it didn't really line it up that well.
Well, you did a terrible job.
There goes the YouTube strike.
Yeah, I know, right? So creepy dad man shows up. And he pulls a fucking Joe Biden and starts like whispering in her ear, like, we did it. But she does this weird thing where she's like, yes, we did. Like, It was really creepy.
Actually, she gets creepy before he does.
They were both creepy. I couldn't stand it. It was gross. A lot of whispering.
It's very
it's very on the whispering.
It's very telling
Who
to
are you
what we thought.
whispering to?
Shut the fuck up, John. It's very telling to what we thought villains were in the 90s. Like,
what?
Yeah. These really creepy, like, villainous families and shit. It's really
Say
creepy.
that to Steven Dorff.
I said villainous families. Yeah, I know Steven Dorff is.
Say that to the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre people.
They're freaky too. They eat people. What the fuck are you talking about?
But they don't just fucking whisper talk to everybody. Were you sucking a dick, Tivis? What just happened? The fuck was that? Oh, don't scratch it like that.
Oi, John.
Does it look like you went like this?
And so then they walk away all Addams Family style and shit.
Women like that, I'll tell you.
They walk away all Addams Family style and
cackling both
credits.
of them.
Credits
and they
end.
just cackle like motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness,
very
sequel
cartoony.
Bait. It was
very cartoony.
Oh, let's not forget. I wrote this down and I wanted to bring this up and I totally forgot for some reason. When the scene when they were flying away and Pincer was calling them to tell them to come back and they said no, right before he cut him off, he calls him a comic book coward. I cringed inside of my soul.
Why?
That was a line of dialogue in this film. A comic book coward.
Okay.
What the fuck? This is terrible dialogue, dude. It was terrible dialogue.
Sit back for a second, John, and think about this. And while you're thinking about this, talk to yourself and say, "Holy Freud, Batman!"
Also not great. Also not great. Wow, what was that? That was Justice League, wasn't it?
Fantastic Four.
It was Fantastic Four. That was last week, dude.
Johnny Storm, you prick. Oh, God. Just to add to the list of why I don't like that actor. Granted, he didn't write it, but still made me sad.
All right, so let's do closing thoughts on this movie then. Who wants to go first? Tivis?
All right.
Oh, I'm first this week? All right.
Yeah.
So I think it was more of... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say closing thoughts or last things in your notes if you didn't get them out or anything like that. So,
no, I don't have anything else, but I mean, I thought I had fun with it. Some of the old, visual way of doing things, the actual, not CG, just fucking, here's a chip that we made on the computer. That's all cool. It took me back. It made me want to watch Aliens again. The references that they came out with blew me away. Like, there's way more thought put into this than so many other things. Story-wise, not the best. The acting is over the top and very cartoonish. I do wish the TV show had been made, because I would have loved to have seen where the fuck they could have gone with this. Hasselhoff as Nick, not, lot better than I remember. I'll be honest, but from my vague memories of this when it first
especially
aired.
with this corny ass script.
yeah. Probably the best choice for this time for this script, anyways.
I got to take points away from the fact that Dum Dum didn't have his iconic bowler hat, but it gains points again for being Gary Chalk, Mosier, and
so Gary Chalk was supposed to be Dum Dum.
He is Dum Dum Dugan.
He is
Timothy
really?
Dugan. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
I love how you just keep saying Mosier after you say Gary Chalk every fucking time. So for people that don't know,
we had a little feud.
They had a little
the show.
feud on Facebook or something about.
No, I'm confused
about Gary Chalk.
I just wasn't going to explain it.
You need to explain it so people get it.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Go ahead, because I would love to be a part of this.
I just wish they would have cast Gary Chalk as it brought him back, since they have Peter Cullen doing Optimus still. It's like, bring back the original voice, especially since he didn't have a lot of opportunities to do this character.
Are you saying for like a voice actor for something, or like
Optimus Primal in the new Transformers instead of Ron Perlman? I'm not saying he's bad. I do enjoy his work. I just, as someone who really loved the show and has been waiting for a long time for it to get an opportunity like this, the fact that they didn't bring back the original voice is disappointing. That's
if you can't get Peter Cullen, why not get the guy who actually cares about the franchise? Yeah, I agree with Tivis. Sorry.
But anyway, back to this one.
I 100% agree with you, Tivis.
Ranking the 3 we watched so far, I would put this one in the middle. Justice League, Nick Fury, then Fantastic Four for me.
Okay. The 3 so far.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Awesome. So, did you like it?
I did like it. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
John, you go now.
Honestly, it's a little boring. It's a little slow. But I think it's pretty good. You know, like I said, the production value for 1998, given what they had to work with and what they were doing, I thought it was all right. It's corny as fuck. I'm sorry. But if you like 90s TV shows like a Buffy or an Angel or something like that, it gave me those vibes a lot. But decent sets, really good actors. Music's a little weak. I wish we could have gotten some better music. The dialogue is absolutely atrocious, but it's funny to listen to. You have a couple of hammy actors surrounded by a couple of really good actors. I think Pierce is really strong. I think Professor is really strong. I think Gary Chalk is really good. He's probably my favorite character. I think he's one of the strongest actors in the film. But they just do a lot. It feels like they do a lot with a little. If I had to put it anywhere, I mean, I don't know if we're going to rank them already, but I'll just do it for the sake of it. I probably agree with Tivis. I'd probably go Justice League. No, I actually don't. I'm actually going to put Nick Fury third, because the other two have this weird charm to it. It's almost so bad I want to see where it goes. This one actually had a lot of production value to it, to where I was like, I expected more. Because David Hasselhoff was a big name back in 1998. So I assume
coming right off of Baywatch with this one.
And Baywatch Nights.
Yeah.
But
when they fought
before
vampires. And Knight Rider. He's a big name. So I expected this to do a little more. It did fine. It didn't disappoint, but it certainly doesn't grab my attention. With Justice League and Fantastic Four, I mean, they had some stuff going on. There's a lot of really good interactions. The acting was way better. The dialogue was way more solid. Character interactions were much stronger. This just felt like David Hasselhoff hamming it up with a bunch of people. And then, like I said, when Gary Chalk showed up, it felt different. Once we got into the S.H.I.E.L.D. facility, the acting changed and it felt more like a movie rather than like some weird cartoon.
Okay.
And, but a lot of the effects hold up. I think they look fine. I think some of the story stuff is funny, and Sandra Hess is super hot. So, would I say you should watch it? Well, it's free on YouTube. So yes, I would. If you like Marvel properties, if you like David Hasselhoff living in Germany or Tokyo. But would I say it's a good film? Oh man, it's right in the middle, if not a 4. I'd say it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good.
Awesome.
So that's where I am. I enjoyed it. I was just kind of bored. That's
awesome. Cool. I guess it's my turn. I don't know. I enjoyed it. JLA is still the better of the 3 that we've watched to me. This one, I mean, even I even watched it on freaking DVD. Like I didn't have to watch like
quality.
with the better quality. I'm not gonna say good quality, better quality. It was in 4:3 for me. I don't know. Was YouTube in 4:3? Or was it 16:9?
I think so. I didn't even notice. It just looked like shit.
Okay. So I don't want to rank them. I want to see all 4 before I rank all these in order or anything like that.
All right.
Yeah, it was definitely, dude, for any comic book fan out there, the references, like all the what we call Easter eggs nowadays, are fucking crazy in this. Like it's super crazy. And like they didn't even build up. They didn't have a 10-year build up to make this. Like they just like, oh no, we're gonna fucking make this movie and we're gonna go with it and we're gonna use sexpionage as a fucking word. And
what a great vernacular. I love it.
It's just awesome.
Given that,
can
I throw this weird thing out? And I'm gonna be a deviant. I apologize.
Uh-oh.
You know how people are like always applauding Axel Braun for like making better costumes and stuff? The porn guy who makes porn parodies of comic book movies.
I've heard of him.
I don't know if you've heard about him.
I've heard about him. Yeah.
Tivis, safe search, but look up Axel Braun and comic book parody costumes. He shows up some stuff. He's actually really impressive because he gives a shit. Like his Taskmaster looks kind of good. I'm not gonna lie, David Hasselhoff is just corny enough, but like not famous enough to where I'm like, if this had been a porn parody, this would have been the greatest one ever created in all of time, all of history of man. Because it's really corny, like a lot of the camera moves and acting and like.
Oh, you can see it. You get the Strucker twins hook up, and then
it's so silly.
You get the daddy and the daughter Strucker.
LMDs could be licking each other and stuff.
Yeah, Tivis is gonna think
I
about that now.
hate to be a deviant, but I thought that was funny. Like, no, this just felt like a really good episode of TV, but a really bad movie.
Yeah. No,
that's what it felt like.
I enjoyed it as like a TV. Like I'm not sure if the YouTube, if they cut it out, but even on the DVD, you can see where the commercial breaks were supposed to be.
Oh yeah, boy, you can.
I didn't know if they had that on there.
No.
So I just saw him ragging on the. I don't want to go into this, but the Batwoman costume.
It's the best because he goes, well, it's because I care.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the best quotes ever. It's like, why can't other people do costumes that look as good as yours? He goes, well, because I care. I was like, damn.
As far as Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. goes, I enjoyed it to an extent. I'm not going to say it's like the best thing, but I would recommend watching it for any comic book fan out there, especially Marvel fans. And especially with all of the movies we've gotten like the last like 10, 15, 11
to make
years
fun
ago.
Of it. I mean, like maybe you go in trying to make fun of it and then you end up enjoying it.
Yeah. And I'll add on to that. I think the references actually made it a better enjoyment for me overall. So keep that in mind.
I hate to be a prick, but lately that really is all it takes for a lot of people. Not like you guys, like in general or anything like that, but like references are good. It makes you feel like, I think that's why Mandalorian is doing better than it should, is because they're seeing old imagery and things that they like. This was back in 1998 when you weren't even getting that in the first place.
Right.
So the fact that these people actually gave a shit, probably knew the material that they were reading, unlike the bitch who made WandaVision, who doesn't even know who Mephisto is. Like, it's
Mephisto.
Mephisto.
I want to say,
shut up.
Nick Fury made
Neapolitan.
This was like perfect because no one else was doing S.H.I.E.L.D. in any of the Marvel movies that were coming out. You might have gotten them in Spider-Man, the animated series. But it wasn't. I don't even think S.H.I.E.L.D. was in the X-Men cartoon. I think Nick Fury did show up in Spider-Man.
Nobody gave a shit about S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, he was in Spider-Man.
in the mainstream until Agent Coulson was a thing.
Yeah, well, I know for
100%.
sure, like Tivis just said too, Nick Fury was in the Spider-Man animated series because I remember there's even a action figure of that Nick Fury. So
But yeah, like I would say, I don't think it's a terrible film. I wouldn't call it good, but I think it's watchable. Yeah. So if you're a fan, I would definitely take the time. It's an hour and a half. It's a fun
one. Don't go out and buy the DVD.
Better than It's better than spending $30 for fucking Black Widow. What the fuck?
Are they putting that on Disney Plus?
The acronym in this one? We didn't talk about the acronym. It's different.
Yeah, go ahead. S.H.I.E.L.D.
What the fuck was it?
The S.H.I.E.L.D. acronym?
Yeah.
No shit, really.
Did Supreme they mention Headquarters International Espionage Law Enforcement Division.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did they actually say that?
Yeah.
In this one? So, okay, can you do me a favor? We're going to do it before we leave. Tivis, I'm just going to make you do it because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Can you bring up the one that Coulson brings up in Iron Man and then read them back to back just so we can have them?
Strategic Homeland Interventions. So
Michael, don't confuse me. I always
forget E.
Michael, exactly. So shut the fuck up because now I can have this.
Strategic.
So here we go. So which one's which?
Okay, this is the MCU. Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division. This is the Nick Fury. Supreme Headquarters International Espionage Law Enforcement Division.
I like the MCU. I'm sorry, I like the MCU better. It rolls off the tongue a little bit better. And I like logistics. What a good word.
Yeah, but they shouldn't. We're not going to go into the logistics of why that shouldn't make sense.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to use logistics to try and talk about all the crazy ass things you're saying. Because then with logic and your logistics, you got to give it to the people. You're a middleman for the people.
Just
do it for the people.
To add some nerd, the X-Men and Spider-Man cartoons were the only cartoons that took place in the same universe.
All right, well there you go. But I gotta say, I didn't hate it. So. Is that like my catchphrase? Like Tivis is like,
I didn't hate it.
I liked it. And I'm like, nah, I didn't hate it.
Yes, that's your new catchphrase.
There it is.
So yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't like overly like fall for it. Again, JLA still gave me the most joy still.
I kind of feel like in your head, like you are disappointed ish because I didn't think it was remember it being
campy.
Better.
I didn't think it was going to be as campy. I think you remembered it being
better. And this didn't even feel campy. That was my problem, is I couldn't figure out if it was trying to be tongue-in-cheek or serious.
Well, David Hasselhoff really good moments. Campy, and it's just like...
But that's what I'm saying. But then you'd have another scene without him in it, and it was like, this is actually really good.
If people ever see the poster for the Nick Fury thing, I won't show up right here. But Nick Hasselhoff looks badass.
No, he looks great.
He's going to start a fight. But the second he starts talking,
yeah. He's a little hero man.
Yeah, it's very much like they made a cartoon, but with actual people.
He's like, there were never really any rules for me to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, he's like that guy. But then, like, when he's gone, like that scene with Gary Chalk talking to Pincer, he's like, hey, like this thing happened, blah, blah, blah. So, hey, if you can't figure it out, shut up. And then he fucks off. Like, what a good scene. Like, I'm just saying, like, some of these other actors pop in and it's just like, ooh, this is actually kind of good. So what are we doing here? And then it's like David Hasselhoff takes his cigar out 50 times. And I'm just like, could you chill?
Ooh. And this is, I think this is the line that he doesn't say comic book coward, John. Oh, he left. All right.
Just to let people know, they do appear in one episode of X-Men and one episode of Incredible Hulk, the 90s cartoons.
They do appear in X-Men.
Yeah.
S.H.I.E.L.D. does? I don't
Yeah, with
recall that
War
one.
Machine, it looks like.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there was Iron Man that showed up. He would cross over from X-Men and Spider-Man. It was the same Tony Stark with War Machine.
Season 2, episode 7, if anyone wants to go watch that.
Awesome. All right, so my basics on this are go and watch it. Why not? I mean, it's free. If you haven't, what is this, an hour and a half long with credits? So, and there's no like extra crap in the credits or anything like that, which it actually is kind of cool. If you wanted to re-edit this, you could make it like an MCU traditional style, you know, do color correction and take that last clip of the Strucker family and you could put it like in between the credits somewhere to have it end on the helicarrier and then cut to that in the credits.
Oh, yeah,
It'd be kind of cool.
Mm.
I could see them do it. And John, since you're back real quick, it wasn't coward that he says. It says, don't you dare cut me off, you comic book cowboy.
Oh.
He says cowboy. Yeah.
I still don't like it.
And that was
I still don't like him saying comic book.
Why? Because it's a comic book movie? Is that why?
Yes, because it's super fucking try hard.
But you're acting like comic books don't exist in their universe then.
That's not what I said. I'm saying I just don't like it in that moment. I mean, it doesn't sound like something he would say.
I understand that. But yeah, I don't know.
You know who
because in the comics they
from?
even say shit like that.
Well, give it to the right character. Give it to like imagine like, okay, let me put it this way. Remember when Phil Coulson collected the cards?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We established a character trait that he knows these people or idolizes these people. So like you could have had Pierce be a comic book guy. He's a little young. Why not? He reads some comic books and then he says something like that. Like we're about to go into a fight and it's like, don't be a comic book cowboy. We got your back. That kind of thing. But you gave it to Pincer? Like that is so fucking jarring dialogue. I don't think it's bad for the film. I think it's bad for the character, which therefore is bad for the overall film.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
There
Perfect. Awesome. With that said, next week we will be doing the drum roll, please. Generation X as part 4 of our 4 movies they want you to forget.
I've never even heard of this film.
I've heard of it because it resulted in a double lawsuit, one from Fox, one from Marvel, and put this company in the ground.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
So Generation X is a film, a 1996 made-for-TV movie.
No, it's Triple H.
That's D Generation X.
Sorry.
Generation X is a made-for-TV movie very loosely based on the Generation X comics. 1996. I think it was supposed to start like a TV show like most of these were.
Generation X.
And this came before X-Men and all that stuff. So this predates live action mutants for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Are
so
you
this
ready?
is the first version of it. So that should be interesting to see if you guys want to watch it before we do. Check it out. I believe it's on Daily Motion, and I will be sending out links to the guys too, so that everybody can watch it before we discuss it.
Are we the guys?
We are the guys.
Hell yeah. Thank you for assuming my gender. I appreciate it.
Everybody's a guy. Even my wife's a guy sometimes.
I'm a dude. You're a dude.
All right, Tivis.
We're all dudes. Hey, I'm a dude.
With that said, Tivis, how did you enjoy today's show talking about Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I liked it. And also, Mosier did have some really good points. I don't want his side not to be represented here.
I'm going to say, hey,
shut the fuck up.
I'm going to say, Tivis, you're a pussy. Austin, love you, buddy. You can suck 2 dicks because you're wrong. I agree with Tivis.
My quote for the day comes from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't endorse.
Wow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. My quote from the day comes from Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No.
By Nick Fury.
Yeah.
From David Hasselhoff.
All right. The Hoff.
Beauty is trust, and trust is beauty. That's all ye on this earth know, and all ye need to know.
Is that like a code phrase? Am I supposed to say something now?
No, I just felt like saying it.
Hell yeah. Later, nerds.
Peace. You just finished another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch every episode of Operation Babble on all your audio streaming services, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Operation Babble, and join the conversation today by searching for the Operation Babble group on Facebook. Links also in the description. Thanks and have a great day.